Hello, welcome to the final edition of Friday Night Football Club, and I want to appreciate everyone for actually joining from the beginning of the year to this moment. You guys have actually been fantastic. This is the final Friday Night Soccer, Friday Night Football for the end of the year. I remain your host, Smith Lai, and I want to appreciate you for joining. It's been a fantastic and very eventful 2024. And some of us, some of you here, not loyalists that have been with us for a very long time. This is not where we started. We started on a different channel, but YouTube started to do some certain things. We appealed it. We're still waiting for that decision, but we are here now. We cannot stop the show. That's why we actually here again. I want to appreciate you again for joining. Hey, I hear you, Otuma Salam. So thank you for joining. Guys, let me know where you are joining from. This is the final episode for the year. This is the final edition for the year. Let me know, guys, where you are joining from. Ola Coops from Russia. I said I miss you. I miss you too, Ola Coops from Russia. Thank you for actually joining. This is the final episode. So today the lineup is quite few, but at least we're going to give you more details because people already are in festive mood now. Maybe some of you are not in the party. It's going to be family and friends. It's going to be outside chilling with your friends. This holiday mood. Hey, Wiki Tari from Edo State. Thank you for actually joining. Kapono Koji from Liverpool. Thank you from joining us in the United Kingdom. Thank you guys from joining. So, we don't really have a lot to discuss, but it's gonna be much details. You can see the script line there clearly that there's gonna be 2024 review, Nigeria versus Ghana preview, and Super Eagles coach. There seems to be a news now about Super Eagles coach. So guys on Instagram, let me ask you guys to actually join on YouTube. Advanced Football 2 on YouTube, because I will soon be ending the Instagram hey, Joshua from Ireland, thank you for joining. So I will soon be ending it here on Instagram. So guys, join on YouTube so that you will not miss any part of it there. Hey, K Baba, I hear you, my Oga actually K Baba, if you are available today, I would like you to join us, 2024 review. And guys, on your way. Okay. Thank you. 2024 review. We're going to look at the Nayawas Ghana preview too, and also we're going to look at Super Eagles coach. Is there any news about the Super Eagles coach? We're going to look at that too. We've been hearing different names. We're going to look at that. Is there any news? So guys, let me kickstart. So guys, on Instagram, I'm going to actually I will soon move you guys to YouTube. Against what you on YouTube, guys, don't forget to actually to go and join that. So guys, 2024 have been actually eventful, in terms of football. I remember that we didn't start the year on a very good note. There was this friendly game we played against Guinea. Nigeria lost 2-0 against Guinea, and going to the AFCON, only few believed that Nigeria can actually even qualify from the group stage. Don't forget that last year Nigeria drew 1-1 against Lesotho in Uyo, and also 1-1 against Zimbabwe in Rwanda. So a lot of people don't have that hope that Nigeria actually would qualify. But one thing or the other, one way or the other, a few people believe that actually we can do well, and Nigeria qualified for the final, other AFCON, and also we lost 2-1 in the final to the host nation, Ivory Coast. But in all honesty, the incumbent president hosted the team in Abuja, and they gave them what? MON. To tell you that how Nigeria really actually would appreciate them. So I'm going to break it down, guys. I want to ask you guys, joining from different angle. Guys, please move to YouTube very quickly. I want to ask you, what's your favorite moment in that AFCON run? What's your favorite moment in that AFCON run? For me, I think my favorite moment in that AFCON run is actually what favorite moment in that AFCON run will be the semi-final game between Nigeria and South Africa. I know that I remember that game. I was even I was working. I used to work from home. I work. So when Nigeria scored the second goal and he went to VAR, and he went to VAR to check, maybe the goal is actually a legitimate goal. I just realized that they have to take the game back to the incident that happened between Alassane Yusuf and probably what Percy Tau in the penalty box, and they gave us what penalty? They gave penalty against Nigeria. I thought that was the end of everything. That we're just not lucky. So, but for destiny, we actually we went ahead to win that game by on penalties, and Stanley Nwabali, the current Chippa United goalkeeper, was actually the hero of that game. You can let me know too. For me, I think that was actually my favorite moment in that AFCON run, and my most memorable moment in that AFCON run. The win against Africa, not just because it's actually away, but because it's against one of our rivals, South Africa. I was so this day. So beating Cameroon, so Kepa Ambassadors beating Cameroon at any level brings satisfaction better than Kepa Baba is coming from a different angle. He's beating Cameroon in the second round. was actually one of his favorite moments. For me, I think that's African game, but Kepa Baba is talking about the Cameroon game. So for there's a lot of favorite moment was beating Ivory Coast in the group stages. Yes. That win against Ivory Coast too was like one of the Nigerian best performance I've ever seen. In recent time, Nigeria actually did well in that game. You can keep on. Let me know the comment. Let me know exactly how you actually feel. What's your favorite moment in our AFCON run? I told you mine already. Mine is my favorite moment. It's actually Nigeria versus South Africa that was played. And in the semi-finals, Nigeria actually won that game on penalties. So you can let me know too your favorite moments, as we actually move on. So after the AFCON, Nigeria manager Osei Pasero not resign, his contract actually ran out. And we had to look for a new manager. So NFF had to contact Finidi George to take charge of the team. So for a double header friendly game against Mali and Ghana, we won against Ghana, we lost against Mali, and maybe because of that performance, the NFF there realized that, oh, come on, why can't you just employ Finidi George to take care of the qualifiers for the World Cup? So the qualifier for the World Cup did not really go well. Nigeria drew 1-1 against South Africa in Uyo, and also lost 2-1 against the Cheetahs of the Republic in Abidjan. So I think that result, did not really go down well with the NFF, and they didn't sack Finidi George, but they told him that he needs help. They're gonna look for someone that can actually really assist him in that job. So they went ahead to he resigned from that position, and that led to this altercation between Victor Osimhen, the Grand Talismanic striker, and then African Player of the Year, alongside Finidi George. The matter lingered for weeks, for days, for weeks, for months. One party says you should apologize, the other one says you should not apologize. The matter scattered social media, and but even up to now, people are still having that conversation. But that was one of the things actually happened during the year. That one happened around June, July or so. And also another big news, there was the transfer of Victor Osimhen to Chelsea. Up to the last minute, we were thinking about Victor Osimhen joining Chelsea, but I think they could not actually negotiate. So Nigeria Victor Osimhen did not move to Chelsea eventually. So he went to Galatasaray in Turkey, and since then it's been like performing well for his club side. So when the NFF could not, the NFF too also scored an own goal this year. The NFF appointed Bruno Labbadia. The NFF appointed Bruno Labbadia in the middle of the night. And Budu Labadia said that I'm not a witch. I can't, you can't appoint me in the middle of the night. So Budu Labadia, one thing or the other, did not show up for the NFF. I call that one on goal. You appointed him and you announced him on your website, and he denied that he didn't have any agreement with you. That for me is an own goal scored by the NFF this year. That news too also made headlines. So the NFF did not engage Bruno Labadia. So the NFF actually engaged the current technical director, that is Osne Guavon. So to take charge of the qualifiers for the AFCON. He started on a very good note as usual. He won 3 against Benin Republic, and also drew 0-0 against Rwanda in Kigali. But after the first game, the performance really actually nosedived, and people are also calling for his removal. But Nigeria qualified for the AFCON under Osne Guavon. They said the rest is history. During that time too, Osne Guavon lost at home for the first time in the history of Nigeria against Rwanda in Uyo, and also drew 1-1 against Benin Republic in Abidjan. So these are the results from Osne Guavon. So and also too, one of the very good news to end the year, Nigeria forward Ademola Lookman was actually awarded the African Player of the Year. It will be the first ever Nigerian player to be born outside the country and win the African Player of the Year. So congratulations to Ademola Lookman for winning that award. And I think that that one also vindicates some people that thinks that we're all Nigerians, that nobody is more Nigerian than the other. No matter where you are born, you are also a Nigerian. So at least the issue about we don't get the best foreign born now has been put to bed, because one of the foreign born player already won the African Player of the Year. So congratulations to Lookman. So that is actually what the summary of what happened in the year. I didn't really go. Okay, also the Olympics too. This is a football channel. Also the Olympics too. Nigeria went to the Olympics and came back empty-handed. So that's another thing too. And also few dramas in the Olympics too about a bicycle. About one athlete not having a bicycle to actually to cycle, and the omission of one of Nigerian medal hopeful. One of Nigerian medal hopeful in the 200 meters. What's her name again? Guys, you can remind me of her name. Is it not Toby Wilson? Forgot her name. Faith Ophilie. Yeah, Ophilie too. Female under 17 and under 20. Yes, female under 17 and under 22. It's not really an highlight. They did as usual. They did not qualify for the semifinals, so they crashed out in the quarterfinals. So we have all these headlines, but you guys in the comment section, so you can tell me what is your favorite story of the year 2024, and what is your worst story of the year 2024. You can tell me, let me know in the comment section. I will be here to actually read it out. Let me just take the comment from few people. Okay, Olayemi. Okay, we are here. Thank you for joining. So Olaleko said that the win against Africa was actually what his favorite moment of the AFCON. Yes, just like me too. I enjoyed that victory against South Africa. Katare Eyoye said that female under 17 and under 20. Yes, also big highlight of the year. So I already told you that Baba believe that Nigeria went against Cameroon stands out of in our participation in this year's AFCON. Let me know. What's your favorite story? What story of the year is Nigerian clubs in Africa? That has been shambolic. Nigerian clubs, just to tell you that Nigerian clubs this year have been awful. Remo Stars failed to qualify for the group stages of the CAF Champions League. They lost, in the even preliminary round. Rangers of Enugu Rangers, the current Nigerian champion, they won. They qualified from the first round, but second round they lost to Segunda, FC in of Angola. They won the first game here in Nigeria, but lost 3-1 in Angola. So Nigerian club too, and Yeba too, they're on the brink of, or the brink of actually what, not qualifying from the to the quarterfinals of the CAF Confed Cup. So they are really bottom of the table now currently. So I agree with you, Ekitari. I think Nigerian clubs can also be a war story too, guys. My best story this year, I'll just tell you, is Lukman winning the African Player of the Year. It's between Lukman winning the African Player of the Year and Nigeria playing the final of the AFCON. But my worst story of actually what of this year will be the show of shame that happened when the NFF announced that Bruno Labbadia would be the coach of Nigeria. And the guy never showed up. I think it's a big embarrassment, a big national embarrassment. And I think that those that were in charge of that announcement, they need to actually they need to be questioned. For me, I think it's a big embarrassment. How can you, if you don't sign a contract, you can never announce a manager. I don't know the reason why Nigeria was so desperate to actually announce that manager. For me, that was actually one of my, one of my stories of the year that I think that I don't really actually really like at all. So guys, you can still keep it coming, but I'm going to actually I'm going to post the link very soon, so you can come here and share your thoughts about the story. I want to make it interactive, so you can come here and share your story. Which story do you think is your worst story, and which story do you think is actually what is your best story this year? So I'm going to move on to the Nigeria versus Ghana. It's also a trending story. So in case you don't know, Nigeria Chan Eagles will play against the Black Guys of Ghana tomorrow in the final leg, in the second leg of the Chan 2025 qualifiers. I will play at the Gospel Aquatic Stadium in Uyo. Nigeria drew the first leg 0-0 in a very entertaining encounter at the Accra Sports Stadium. But the winner takes it all at the Coastal Aquatic Stadium in Uyo. So we see exactly what turns out. So I looked at some key moments about the game that was played at the Accra Sports Stadium, and I will actually discuss those key moments with you, and that's why and how I think that Coach Gumalede can correct those mistakes and qualify for the Chan next year. So let me just take some quick comments quickly before I actually move on. So Ayobami Adebayo said that the favorite is discovery of Stanley Nwabili, okay, as Nigerian #1 goalkeeper. What story will be the appointment as Super Eagles coach? No insult, I believe the role outweigh his experience. That's as a result of what that is Ayobami Adebayo's comment about that. So but then I said that when is the match tomorrow? What time tomorrow? The time is going to be at 4 p.m. Nigerian time. It's going to be 4 p.m. Nigerian time. And I think should be 3 p.m. here in the UK. I will let you. It's 5:33. It's 4 p.m. Nigerian time, so it's going to be 3 p.m. in the UK. So we'll be live. We'll be live before the game to discuss the game, and hopefully we're going to bring the game live. We're going to bring the game live and discuss halftime and everything. At least tomorrow is likely we can bring the game live to you if we get actually what the signals. So we'll discuss the halftime preview of the game, the implication of the game. We'll still go come back tomorrow and discuss that game. We're gonna be here. We are here for you on that. So thank you for that comment. So let me just go back to my story about the Ghana game. I think that so this is the final game, and last edition, Nigeria lost to Ghana in this stage of the qualifiers. We drew 2-2. We drew 2-2 on aggregate and lost a penalty. The game was played not at Uyo, not at the Gospel Aquatic Stadium in Uyo, but was played at the MQ Abiola Stadium in Abuja. So Nigeria lost on penalty, and the guy that wasted that penalty was actually Maurice Chukwu. Maurice Chukwu is no longer based in Nigeria again. Now I think he's now based in Singida FC of Tanzania. So Maurice Chukwu, at that time, he was playing for Rivers United. So I looked at the game and the first leg, and I just picked out some key moments there, discuss those key moments, and before we go to the Super Eagles manager, then we end the show. So there's a link there. If you want to join, you can just pop in and join. I want to make it interactive, not too long, 1 hour plus. We should be actually done. We still come back tomorrow for the game between Nigeria and Ghana. So just stay tuned. So I looked at the game. Yeah. So this is like this is the early part of the game. You can see that what I observed from these taxis basically is that I realized that the guy you see here, that number 11, you can see that the guy is vacating that right side, leaving it for what? For Ismail Sadiq. I just think that I'm gonna give a comment, but is they're doing like mass defense, mass attack. Anytime they get the ball forward, they try and outnumber the opponent. You can see clearly here 6 players in the picture. You can see when they got the ball forward, 6 players in the picture, and they nearly actually score from this. You can see those guys up front. That's Sikiru Alimi, Isaac Xavier, and also Anas Yusuf. Isaac Xavier plays for Rangers. Anas Yusuf plays for Nasarawa United, and Sikiru Alimi plays for Remo FC. So it's just like a mass defense, mass attack. They try to outnumber the opponent anytime they move the ball to the opposition area. So I think I will show you some clips too about it. You can also see. So this is like a long ball from. If you check the game very well, you watch the game very well. I think Masudi Dramani did his own work very well on some areas about the Nigerian game. He realized that if there's going to be one weakness about the Nigerian team, would be from the right side of defense, and that was handled by Ismail Sadiq. So anytime Razak Simpson is the guy in the central defense of Ghana. He plays for Nations FC in the Ghanaian Premier League. He's the guy with the headband. The guy is very good on the ball. Anytime he moves the ball to central of the midfield, he tries to locate what's it called? Emmanuel Aban. Emmanuel Aban plays for Ashanti Kotoko also. So he knows that it's a very clever winger, one-on-one with Ismail Sadiq. He can actually beat him. So you can see clearly that our defensive line was not really, gelling in the first half, but still they got the job done. So this is one of the things that I really actually enjoyed in this game is that just a simple ball from our defense line. This was a simple ball from Uduka Jr. to Xavier to Isaac Xavier. He got the ball, just a simple ball from our defense line. That simple ball beat all the midfield of Ghana. Just a simple pass beat all the midfielders of Ghana. That's what I'm saying, that in Super Eagles too, we need to have ball-playing central defender, honestly. We need to have ball-playing central defenders. This one, if you have a ball-playing central defender, is going to help your midfielders a lot, because that ball playing central defender can cause overload in the midfield when you are on the ball. It can cause overload in the midfield. So this was a simple ball from Uduka Jr. to Isaac, and before you know it, that simple ball took all the Ghanaian midfield out of the game. Isaac Godwin now is now one again. He now had 3 options to pass to. Is either a pass to Anas Yusuf on the left, is Sikiru Alimi the central, or Adamu Abaka on the right. Just simple ball, no stress. Playing from the back, don't stress. So for me, in our central defense, if Ajayi is injured, you have Osho, Ekong, and Basi. It's only Basi that is good on the ball. I don't think Osho and Ekong, they actually were really good on the ball. I think if we're going to go to the new one again now, the criteria for selecting players in the national team too, I think we need to have that type of player, good on the ball, so to take oppositions out of that game. And it was so good that the Nigerian did against Ghana. So this was another thing I told you about, the overload cost. Anytime they come or we go to their area, there's overload. You can see 4-5 Nigerian players here against 3. and they eventually actually won that ball. So they were full of energy. They were very fit in this game, and they did a lot of work. You can see this another one. This is a corner kick, but you can see clearly. You can see about 7 Nigerian players in the box. So when the Ghanaians got that ball to the box here, there was nothing they could do. So on paper, it was a 4-3-3. But for me, I think it was mostly like a 4-2-4 formation. It was mass defense, mass attack. They did that throughout the game, and it worked for them until some of the moments. I'm going to actually tell you some moments. You can see this one too. This is a counter attack from Ghana. So the Ghanaian goalkeeper threw the ball to that guy on the ball. But before you know it, the recovery of Nigerian players was superb. If they formed 3-B-2 again, they were back to their position. They won the ball back early. So I really actually was really happy. But what I'm not sure is that will he do the same thing tomorrow? Because tomorrow, I'm not sure that I think Ghana will seek the ball to Nigeria tomorrow. Do you think he's going to do the same? I think time will tell, on that. So this was the Nigerian most scary moment in the game. There's a long ball to Emmanuel Aban. It got better of Ismail Sodiq. But Gwen's goodness to one player called Ifeanyi Onyebuchi. Ifeanyi Onyebuchi played for Rangers of Enugu. He was the one coming in the picture here, and the half circle. He came there, he blocked the ball. Then it was, I won't like you to, was also a very poor finish by Emmanuel Aban. So Ifeanyi Onyebuchi came, he actually would block the ball, and that saved Nigeria. But I can tell you that the goalkeeper, Andy Uzodinma, actually was very good. So this was Papa Daniel's opportunity, and Inali actually was called from this. So this is the only time again that Nigeria also had issues in this game. They brought in a young player that played in the second division of Ghana. They call him Jerry Afriye. Jerry Afriye is jersey number 11. Guys, watch out for him tomorrow. He might likely start for Ghana tomorrow. He's called Jerry Afriye. When he came, Nigeria was forming overload anytime the Ghanaians actually would have the ball. But when Masu Didi Dramani brought in Jerry Ismail Sadiq, no be super good material for now. Yes, I agree with you, Bondi. So when Masu Didi Dramani brought in Jerry Afriye, he brought in a player that can hold on to the ball and can dribble. So you can see that we had Waliu Ojetoye here. We had Ifeanyi Onyebuchi there. We also have what's the guy's name? Jide Fatokun around that area. This guy was able to, dribble himself in that area. So when he beat his man, it caused like a big problem for Nigeria. So we become what's it called? It's going to cause overload. So that is actually what that. So for me, my recommendation for Ogunmayede tomorrow, I think that Ogunmayede should maintain the lineup, bar some players. I think he should bench Ismail Sodiq. And I want to say it here now. Congrats to Ismail Sodiq. He already signed a contract in Europe, but I will not mention the name of the club already. Congratulations to Ismail Sodiq already. I don't think if we qualify tomorrow, Ismail Sodiq will be going to the CHAN tournament. I think he will not be going because he already signed a contract in Europe. Congratulations to him on that. I think he should not start tomorrow. I think it's going to be what? Waliu Ojetoye of Ikorodu FC should start in place of what? In place of Ismail Sodiq. I think Musa Zayad should not start tomorrow. I think they should bring in Papa Mustafa Daniel, in. I think it should be midfield of Isaac Xavier, Papa Mustafa Daniel, and Jide Fatokun, in my opinion. And I think that the back line should be maintained of Induka Jr., Ifeanyi Onyebuchi, and Imo Obot. Goalkeeper should remain the same. That's my opinion. Even if the game goes to penalty, the coach should not change the goalkeeper Henry Ozodema is a very good goalkeeper. When Enyimba went to penalties in the CAF Confed Cup, he saved penalty too. So he's not a novice when it comes to saving penalty. In fact, I even tip Henry Ozodema to be called up to the national team as a top choice goalkeeper, because for him to be doing well here in the local league, I think he's one of the best I've seen for a while. Not just against Ghana. I've been watching him for Enyimba for like few games too. He's been a solid guy. So up front, I think the coach should drop Adamu Abubakar. I don't think Adamu Abubakar, for me, a player that wants to make something happen, but his final ball is just too bad. So instead of using Adamu, I can just go for Plateau United forward, Temitope Vincent. I will go for Temitope Vincent, Sikiru Alimi, and Anas Yusuf. I will go for the front three of Temitope Vincent, Sikiru Alimi, and Anas Yusuf. I hope that early goal is very important. If they can get early goal against Ghana in Uyo, and I think that they will actually qualify. But when the game becomes stretched, like 0-0 in the first half, going to second half, I think nerves will cripple in. The game can actually change otherwise. So I think they should look for early goal and settle on that early goal. I think if they can score early goal, Ghana will come out. Then Nigeria can actually punish them. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for the live coverage of that game too. So analysis, if you get signals, you can actually cover the game. So now, the link is in the comment section on YouTube. Guys, go on YouTube. So now I'm going to end it on Instagram. Guys, go those on Instagram, go on YouTube. I'm going to end it on Instagram because I'm going to my final story. Now, my final story is going to be the Super Eagles coaching job. There's been an update, but you know that until they announce these things, you are not sure that these things are actually but I can tell you that the person that gave us this information probably exactly know what he's doing. So I'm going to end on Instagram, guys. I told you already, Guys Football 2 on YouTube. Go and actually join with that. I'm going to actually end it on this place. Thank you. I'm going to end on Instagram. Thank you guys for joining on Instagram. So I'm going to remove Instagram. Thank you. Yeah. So guys, I've already ended it on Instagram. So guys on YouTube, go and join. And guys who are on YouTube, go and actually join. So guys, so finally now, let's go to the Super Eagles actually coaching job. Let's go to the Super Eagles actually coaching job. If you have been following what has been happening in like few days in politics, the sport commission actually there's going to be the PSG group. The PSG group means the presidential support group. They are going to be in charge of providing support for the national Super Eagles in their World Cup qualifiers. So they are part of the budget of 3 billion naira. So if you are in America, it's around $1.7 million. So out of this deal, there's going to be a payment of manager, payment of bonuses for players, and also to payment on for logistics and everything. So it's going to be headed by about 3 governors: governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma; governor of Bayelsa State, Dore Diri; and governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. And I think that part of those funds will be used to pay the Super Eagles manager. So since then, Super Eagles, the NFF, and also the Sport Commission, they have been actively looking for managers, but they are trying to take it away from the media so that at the end of the day, what they experienced during Bruno Labbadia will not actually what happened. But according to my source, I think that they are close to agreement to a manager. But what I'm hearing what I heard initially was they wanted to continue from where they stopped on Bruno Labbadia. But what I'm not hearing is that they said the manager they want to get is going to be a Dutch manager. And he said that he already won the Dutch league in the last 5 years. He won the Dutch league in the last 5 years. They said that the manager have also coached a Super Eagles player. So I wasn't I now brainstorm that who do you think the manager will actually would be? They didn't give me a definite name. The person was just trying to brainstorm. Who did I think the manager will actually would be? And I just come about that. Who won the Belgian League 5 years? Last 5 years, not employed, coach a Nigerian player, a Dutchman. I think is this manager is called Marco van Bommel. So, and I think it's Mark van Bommel. And if a lot of you that know him, I think he fits the bill. I think he coached Al Hassan Yusuf. So that's a Nigerian player. I'm hearing he coached. He coached Al Hassan Yusuf. He won the Belgian League with Antwerp, if I'm not mistaken. He won the Belgian League with Antwerp. And he's a former player of the Dutch national team, and we all know him for his what? For his fancy style of football. So if things work according to plan, I think this guy will be at the ends of affair for the Super Eagles job. For me, I think, let me just try and read through. He's 47 years of age, and I think that a lot of you guys will be looking for a manager that is young. It fits the bill. Nothing official yet. I'm telling you, nothing official yet. But the way they describe, I think this might likely actually be the manager. His coaching license, he's got a UEFA Pro license, and he's 47 years of age. His name is Mark Andres van Bommel. So his last job, is not really experienced. He was assistant in Australia. He coached PSV Eindhoven. He did well there. He coached VfL Wolfsburg. He did well there too. And he also coached what? Royal Antwerp of Belgium. So he got this UEFA Pro license, and it's managed by what? SEG Group. I think the SEG Group too, they probably have what? Very good relationship with the NFF. I will not say more than that. So his previous national team experience as a coach was assistant manager for the under-17. He also assisted what? Saudi Arabia in 2015. So yeah, let's now go to how can this guy line up the Super Eagles? What can this guy do? What can this guy do to actually line up the Super Eagles? What can he actually do? How can his preferred formation is 4-2-3-1. He likes 4-2-3-1, but also too, it's also when it comes to him. Sorry, one second. I just want to get this thing out quickly. When it comes to him playing in a knockout games, he tends to play a 3-4-2-1 formation. A 3-4-2-1 formation. And I think that he plays that 3-4-2-1 formation to get results. He plays those formation when it's like in a knockout game. So now, me too, I also did my research too. You guys, and also look at how can this guy arrange the Super Eagle in that 3-4-3? It's 3-4-2-1 formation. How can he arrange the Super Eagle? So I came up with how I think it can actually arrange the Super Eagle. So this is my lineup. So if you have any contrary opinion, you can also say it too. And if you want to come up too and talk, you can come and talk. So this is how I think it will line up, and I'll give you the reason why. I think that a 3-4-3 4-2-1 formation. I think it's the three at the back we have now is actually what? Calvin Bassey, Ekong, and Ajayi. Ajayi is currently injured, but Ajayi will be back to full fitness first week of February. Enough. 1 month. First week of February is going to be like 5 weeks before the Nigeria versus Rwanda game in Kigali. 5 weeks. So if he's back, I think it will go with this lineup. I think he might change this lineup later when he settles with this job, this back line. But for me, I think this is the best back line it can actually do. Ekong might not be the best of players, but I think his leadership and experience of qualifying for the World Cup before will play a very important role in this 3-4-2-1 formation. I went for the 4 in the midfield. I went for Moses Simon. Then the reason why I'm going for Moses Simon is that in the left side, I don't know why I don't think we're getting enough from Bruno Yemechi. I don't think we're getting enough from Bruno Yemechi. He played as a winger for his club, as a defender for Nigeria, but he's just not here nor there. That is me. His positional play in national team is not there. He's not someone that you can really. He's not a winner. He's used to playing for a club that constantly loses in the Portuguese league. And for me, it's just that guy that is in between, that you don't know exactly what to expect from him. So for me, I would go for Moses Simon, and I have my reasons for that. I think in the game against Rwanda in Kigali, we will have the ball more. And if you have someone like Ademola Lookman talk in the middle, and Simon operating from that left-hand side, I think we will hurt Rwanda more than to have Bruno Yemechi on that side. People will complain Simon is not a defender. Simon will be stuck, will not be able to recover. Simon has played left wing back under Gennett Rohr before. He has played left wing back when he was in Getafe before. He is not a stranger to this role. And the reason why Calvin Bassey is there is because this formation can turn to a 4 at the back. Aina can come and join the back line. Then Calvin Bassey will be on the left. So it's a win-win for me. And that's the reason why I'm picking Ola Aina to start in that right wing back position. I think that we have been struggling for creativity. And I think that if we can still play the final ball. For me, I think if you play Lookman behind Osimhen, it's going to be more dangerous for Rwanda than to play him on the left. If you play him in those areas, it's going to be more dangerous than to play him on the left. If you go and play Lookman on the left, Lookman will be stuck crossing the ball to Victor Osimhen. That means that you are limiting his potential because he's going to be stuck crossing the ball to Victor Osimhen. Lookman can do more than crossing the ball. So if Lookman is also here trying to do 1-2 combination with Alex Iwobi and also link up with, imagine Victor Osimhen holding onto the ball and Alex Iwobi and Lookman running behind Victor Osimhen. They're going to struggle no matter how Rwanda come up. They will struggle. So that's why I think that if he's coming on, Woman, and he's going to play a 3-4-2-1 formation, I think this formation can even win Nigeria in the next AFCON. It might change personnel. In the midfield, I went for Onyeka and Onyedika. We need legs. I didn't go for Ndidi because we need legs in the midfield. You need someone, not really one person. You need someone that can chase the ball, that can disrupt play very well, because you have Iwobi in front of you that can give you the pass. For me, I don't think Iwobi should be part of the double double central midfielders. I think if you are making Iwobi that's deep, you are also limiting his potential. Look at Iwobi against Chelsea. Look at Iwobi this season. He's one of the players that have balls to the final third in the Premier League, to tell you how offensive Iwobi can be. But under Iguavon, under Parceiro, we played Iwobi as a defensive midfielder. So for me, I think Alex Iwobi will be better in this position than to pair Onyeka or Ndidi in that central defense, central midfield. Olaina can do well, but for me, I think most attack will be coming from the left. And Victor Osimhen up front. You can argue that, okay, is it Victor Osimhen should we put Boniface? For me, in this type of formation, I think Victor Osimhen suits that better. Guys, you can put, let me know your opinion. I have a comment here from Okunade Taiwo. He said that my problem with Olaina is not ability to make crosses to the box from the distance. What position exactly do you think Chukwueze can produce? No, I don't think Chukwueze have a place in this team. That's my opinion. Apologies for Chukwueze. With due respect, I don't think he has a place, or it improves. I'm going to tell you, Taiwo Okunade, Olaina might not be able to cross the ball well, but Olaina cutbacks are very good. Olaina cutbacks are very good. So it can actually impact his cutbacks are very good. If you have two attacking midfielders, you have Lookman and Iwobi there behind Osimhen. Come on, Olaina crosses can actually can impact cutbacks, not only crosses, cutbacks can help this team. So that's that. If you have any query about this formation, let me know, because we have 30 minutes to actually wrap it up. I also look at a different formation. So this is another formation I think it came about with a 3-5-2 formation. 3-5-2 formation. So it's also, sorry, I have a comment here. Chukwueze doesn't cross the ball and doesn't track back. Thank you, Lukman. We enjoy Olaina in that formation. Yes, James Ogbogi, thank you for that. So this formation again is a 3-5-2 formation. He also uses this type of formation, a 3-5-2 formation. So looking at this type of formation too, this formation is similar to the further formation. This one can turn to the who will be reserved for Osimhen and any of the center back for formation. Okay, I'm going to go into that. This formation too is similar to the one I showed initially. I also think that they operate the same way. They're going to operate the same way. And I think that this formation, if you have Lookman and Osimhen up front, if Osimhen is winning the area balls and everything, drop down to Lookman will actually really help. And I also think that this team, you can see Simon crossing the ball. Iwobi can decide to go on the right and start to cross the ball for Osimhen. It can work either way. But for me, what this one brings is this formation gives you control. This formation gives you what? Control of the game. I said this before. I told people who are very close to the NFF, I said, if you are going, because the Rwanda game now is about 2 months. I'm going full January, full February. It's not up to 3 months again. I told them that anybody that's going to be the coach, if they are going to Rwanda, they must dictate the pace of the game. Don't allow the game to take the game away from you. You must dictate the pace of that game. And how can you do that? You cannot dictate that pace of that game depending on the wings to be crossing the ball. That's why I was so upset with Iguavon. He made no statement as national team coach. You must learn how to dictate the pace of the game. You should not be in a game that Rwanda, but the Republic, they are coming toe-to-toe with you. Toe-to-toe with you. See, I said it. You care to listen. Go to the game in Rwanda. Take the game away from them. Play them with high tempo for 60 minutes, my brother. If you play Rwanda with high tempo for 60 minutes, you will strangle them. For 60 minutes, you will strangle them. You will strangle them. And before you know it, they will concede 60 minutes, not 60 minutes. High tempo, back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. How can you do that one? Do that one with what? With control. You have to control the midfield. They don't see they cannot take the midfield away from these guys. It's not possible. It's not possible. You take it with passes, take the midfield away from them. Make sure that this midfield is your power. When you take the midfield away from them, what will happen? They will open up. When you have Lookman and Osimhen up front, they will open up. And when you see it too, because I saw that Boniface is desperate. He's desperate to score his first goal. Boniface should be excused. I have to be honest with you. He should be excused for now. He has never had any assist. He has never had any goal. He's desperate to score. In the game we played in Kigali, there was a ball that Boniface was meant to leave for Lookman to score. Boniface went for that ball. Why did he go for that ball? Because he was what? He was desperate. He was so desperate to score his first goal for Nigeria. That's the reason why I think that he needs to calm the nerves small. In a crucial game like this, if there's no injury, I don't think he should be starting. That is my take. And don't worry, guys. Next year, we're going to try and do a countdown to the World Cup qualifiers so that we can get people. You put pressure on them. You know that the game is just not a game. It's more than a game. I tell you, if Nigeria can go and beat Rwanda in Kigali, Nigeria will go to the World Cup. Go write it down today. So let me just take some quick comments too from people about the formation. Emmanuel said that Chukwueze don't cross the ball and cross the ball and doesn't track back. So, so I don't know how you can actually fit into this formation. So James Okpoki said that Lookman will enjoy Ola in that formation. Yes. Lookman will enjoy Ola in that formation. And Adebayo said that who will be on the reserve for Osimhen and any center back? See, let us say the truth. We used to say that we have striker. My brother, guys listening, since my brother and sisters, I don't think we have a striker that can come in for Victor Osimhen now. I don't think so. I don't think we have a striker that can come in for Victor Osimhen now. Taiwo Awoniyi is not in form currently. It would have been the best choice. He's not playing on a regular basis. It would have been the best choice. But things can happen next year. We never know. Onuachu cannot play in this type of formation. This formation needs someone that can hold on to the ball, someone that can, can be clinical. Because we saw what Onuachu did against West Ham. It wasn't clinical enough. How many opportunities do you think Paul will have to score a goal? He played against West Ham. It wasn't clinical at all. He wasted opportunities. So for me, I have combed. So are you going to trust Sadiq Umar for this? Well, no. Are you going to trust Iheanacho? No. We don't have striker. Let's just be honest with ourselves. You cannot say you want to go and bring George Iledikena into this type of game. He's not experienced. Who are you going to pick? Boniface, for me, Boniface is not there yet. The only player that can help in this formation is Nathan Tella. Nathan Tella will help in this formation, I can tell you, but he cannot play up front on his own. He will need to play with Ademola Lookman. They are not tall, but they will use passes to finish Rwanda. They are not tall, but they can finish Rwanda with passes. And I can tell you, Nathan Tella can help. There's one boy too. It's called Promise David. I will pick the boy ahead of the other guy in Belgium. I think that Promise David boy, he plays for. He's a former Nigerian under 20 international. He played for Nigeria before, but I'm hearing that Canada, because he was born in Canada, Canada wanted to cap him now. But the boy already played for Nigeria under 23. So will NFF release the boy to Canada? I don't know. Because I went to the boy's page to go and tell us that, oh, the boy is from Nigeria. The Canadian people went after me and said, no, he's from Canada. He was born in Canada. How can Canadian boy be very Toby? They were just trying to, tell me that, come on, he's from Canada. It's not Nigerian. So that boy can. But for me, we don't have options there. Our players are not informed currently. We cannot mention Sadiq Kumar now. He's not playing games. He's not playing games. Ooh, we don't have striker in the Premier League except for Onuachu. Who else? Josh Maja is not there yet. We know that he's been absent in national team for so long. Who can be our striker? Gift Urban has not played for how many months? We have that area, and I know that the coach too will be looking at exactly how to improve that area. That is my take. So and also too, center back too, we also have problem. But I'm hearing that Felix Udokai will be East 8 to the national team. So if they are bringing Felix Udokai, I think he can compete with Bassi. He's a left-footed central defender. He played for Besiktas in Turkey. He's a very good player. And also, too, as a Ajayi competitor, Gabriel Osho. And also in the central defense, Ajayi can play the role of Ekong, while Osho can play the role of Ajayi. So, and also, too, Kevin Akpoguma can also play the role of Ajayi. So, I think Akpoguma, Osho, Udokai can be a very good backup for those guys. So for Onyeka, I think Chrysanthus Uche can be a backup for them. For the left, I will even take Zedu Sanusi ahead of Simon. But for that left hand side, because Zedu is not fit now, I will still pick Bruno. For the right, I'll pick Osayi Samuel. For the right, I'll Felix Agu. Then yeah. So Chukwueze, I don't know his role here. Let me go to another comment again. James Ogbogi said that Dele Bashiru too can benefit from that formation playing closer. I'm coming to Dele Bashiru very soon now. Taiwo Kwan said that which of these strikers can deputize Victor Osimhen? Boniface, Taiwo Awoniyi, Onuachu. In all honesty, this has lost his starting spot in Rangers now to a Moroccan guy. Urban has not played for 3 months or so. Enacho has been having horrible time in Sevilla FC. Sadiq Kumar has not played for like how many months? Murphy is out with ACL and he's going to be back in March. March is going to be too early for him to play in that game. For us to see Murphy now in the national team, it's going to be in June. Iyenikana is too inexperienced and he's not even having the best of season now. So they want to ease him in, but for me, I think he's still going to be on the bench. We can't rely on him. Well, I don't know, maybe the coach is going to be crazy because I remember the World Cup qualifier between Nigeria and Zambia against in Lusaka. Genetro started Iheanacho and Iwobi in the same game, inexperienced player, and we won 2-1. Maybe the coach is going to be crazy and just say, okay, I'm starting Iheanacho. I want to go and call, it might be crazy and say, I'm starting this boy. You never know. Because Genetro did that one when he started, is it Ideye, Iheanacho, and Iwobi in the crucial away game against Zambia in Lusaka. Was it Lusaka? Yeah, in Lusaka. And we won that game by 2-1. So Awoniyi is fantastic player. He's the direct replacement for Osimhen, but now it's not, it's not really playing well. That is the major problem. Onuachu, he has started playing now, but let's just wait. He missed a lot of opportunities against West Ham. Let's wait. Arokodare, for me, the goals that he's been scoring is similar to Onuachu. It's like a fox in the box. But the Super Eagles we have now, they don't create opportunity that much for you to be a fox in the box. Victor Osimhen can be a fox in the box and can also bring opportunity from nothing. See, Van Bommel likes strikers and midfielders that are very aggressive. Tolu is not aggressive. If Van Bommel ends up being Super Eagles manager, Tolu Arokodare is not aggressive. He needs someone that can press high, defenders very high. I don't think he has that potential of doing that. Those that can do that are Taiwo Awoniyi and Victor Osimhen. He can press high, very high. Murphy cannot do that. All those people you see, Iheanacho cannot do it. Orban can do it. Yes, Orban, Awoniyi, Osimhen. They're the one that can press defenders high. And guys, if you remember, against Rwanda in Kigali, they were having possession in their area. They were not coming out. You need somebody. You need somebody that can chase them. Out of these guys, you can get me wrong, go. You can prove me wrong, go. Can Sadiq Umar press from the front? Can Iheanacho press from the front? Let's be honest with ourselves. Can Desas press from the front? Can Lodno Ashu Arokodare press from the front? Can Boniface press from the front? He cannot press from the front. They cannot press from the front. So you need players like that that can actually press from the front to actually to help. So let me just take the comment. Comments are trickling in. Kola Bright said that Austin still lacking for the formation. So we need Uche Akisamiro. So guys, there's information about Akisamiro today. Akisamiro is about to terminate his loan to Sampdoria. Inter wanted to loan Akisamiro now to Bologna in the Serie A. So there's a news coming in about Ebenezer Akisamiro. They want to terminate his loan with Sampdoria and they're taking him to Serie A for Bologna. I think it's a very, very good move. So there's a news coming in for Ebenezer Akisamiro. We hope it materializes, but it's coming from a very, very reliable source. They're about to terminate his contract with Sampdoria. Inter want to loan him to Bologna. So they really rate him highly. They want him to play in the Serie A. That's a very good news coming from Ebenezer Akisamiro. So any manager that actually will succeed in Belgium or Dutch league can easily fit into Super Eagles. Yes, I agree with you. Just like Cameroon, can you see? The Cameroonian manager was played in the Dutch league, in the Belgian league before, and he came to Africa and he's doing well now. So I agree with you, Victoria. I agree with you on that. James, you said that Tetela needs to be back. Yes, I think so too. Tolu Arokodare, yeah, I don't think he's ready. In my opinion. He's scoring goal. I don't think he's ready. Tolu promised Chikom, yeah, this guy called Chikom is also a player we should be looking out for. A lot of people, if you remember this guy was part of Ladan Boso's under 20 during COVID. He was very, a lot of people goes on that this guy played in the Serie A before. Fantastic player, but the guy is not consistent. That's the problem with him. This Chibukem is not really consistent. That's the problem with him. It's not really consistent. He needs to be scoring on a regular basis for us to know, but it's not really consistent. That's the problem with him. Iheanacho, I don't think he's ready. Yes, this guy John Jones is fantastic. Yes, I think he can get Iheanacho because he was the one that brought in Iheanacho to where? To Antwerp. He knows him very well. So he might want to trust him. He knows him very well. Thank you, John Jones. Thank you for that knowledge. I didn't even know that. I just remember now that what I brought him there. Is Tolu not good enough? I think it's good. Tolu is good. But it's just like the way national team is strong. See, Tolu needs someone that can create opportunity for him. It's not someone that will fight for himself. That is the problem I see with Tolu. But kudos to what he's doing this season, and I wish him the very best of luck. Taiwo Akwari again said that there is a defender in Wolfsburg. He plays in Wolfsburg. He plays for Yimba then. Chibuke Nwanu. He has been solid and makes regular team of the week. Yes, the boy did well playing for Yimba, did well playing for Austria, playing in the Austria League. But for me, there's still some areas in this game that needs to improve on. The guy needs one more move. He needs one more move. Just one more move. If the coach trusts him, he can bring him in. But for me, the guy needs just one more move. Maybe that move can go to the Bundesliga. We'll see. Tolu is very rare. I agree with you, Pai Moyo. Tolu is still raw for me. Promise David looks better than him. I don't want to say that, but I think Promise David seems to be someone that can get somewhere. I don't want to say that. Let's just see how the guys actually will develop. We need Promise David. Canada is trying to cap him. Yeah, I saw that too. That in fact, I went on his Instagram page. They're very aggressive there. I just go, Nigeria boy. They were saying that he's not a Nigerian. They were sending me DMs, told me that he's not a Nigerian. It's like, calm down. This guy played for Nigeria under Salisu Yusuf. He played a competitive game for Nigeria. Canada should take care of. This guy needs to be released from Nigeria. He played a competitive game, Olympic qualifier for Nigeria. So they should not go and play games. So this guy is a former Nigerian world under 23 international. He came on as a substitute against Tanzania away from home. So Canada should do the investigation though. If they go and use this boy, FIFA will ban them. I'm just saying it. So good move. Yeah, in this moment is too. So Bonny presses, but all his teammates must be up to in the opposition half. So our defenders don't like to be high up, especially Ekong. Yeah, because Ekong does not like turnovers. Ekong does not like turnovers, but he doesn't want to be stressful turnovers. He doesn't like those turnovers. So that's it. So let's just pray Lukman and Osimhen remains fit during the World Cup qualifier. So as well, yeah, that's a big prayer. Because God forbid if Lukman and Osimhen is not fit, we'll be stuck with Samuel Chukwueze. So guys, comment is said that please tell us of fit issues that has led to that Awodi not play regularly for Nottingham Forest. So I don't have that information directly. He's a guy I know very well. I don't have that information, but I think that according to what I read, they want to listen to offers. But and then there's also there's been rumors that clubs want him in the Premier League. But let's just wait. There's some things that we cannot say here. That's the reason why. But I know is that a star is a star. That only will come true. Do you think we can get Anjorin? Yes. Let me just tell you something about Anjorin. So Anjorin, somebody here reached out to me that at least I know somebody that is always in charge of these changing nationalities. So I know okay, let me just say it this way. I know someone that knows someone that is in charge of this nationality switch. Nwaneri is not playing for Nigeria. Let's just get it here. I'm saying it here now. Nwaneri is not playing for Nigeria. It's not because Nwaneri does not like Nigeria. See, guys, we have to understand that Nwaneri is still very young and is highly rated in the English system. So it's not playing for Nigeria. I'm just put it that way. And secondly, too, the reason why it's not going to play for Nigeria is because of family issue. I will not mention that family issue more than that because this is a public space. It will not be this. It will not be there. For Anjorin is ready to play for Nigeria, and I think that the process of Anjorin changing, I think will start as soon as the year starts. So, but Anjorin might not be ready before March. I think Anjorin will be ready by June for Nigeria. But the problem is that this boy now is playing very well for Empoli. If the boy go and get a move now to AC Milan or all these things, it might be a problem. Another player that you might be expecting to change nationality is Kani Chukwuemeka and Leslie Ugochukwu, in next year. Expect those two names, Kani Chukwuemeka and Leslie Ugochukwu. But Chukwuemeka needs to sort out his Chelsea future first before that nationality. But Ugochukwu is more than ready. So that was sorry guys. Okay, the comments are keep on rolling. Chris Wood is banging goals. His opportunity will come. Yeah, I agree. Chris Wood is actually scoring goals. Also, don't forget penalty he missed. He needs to win his spot again. Yeah. That's one thing. Penalty is not some people's calling, but nice formation. But what about in the Boniface, Chidera UK, Fisal Bashiru? See, yes, guys, let's talk about these things. When Taiwo Kwadema, a very good man, when last do you think Ndidi had a very good game for Nigeria? When last do you think Boniface had a very good game for Nigeria? Last time Boniface had a very good game for Nigeria was against Sao Tome and Principe. Let's be honest ourselves, Sao Tome and Principe. he assisted in that game. Chidera Juke can call me, but it's not even in Sevilla's team for now. He's injured. If he comes in, he cannot fit into this formation. He needs, I will show you the last formation quickly now because time is already fast spent. Fisal Bashiru, I'm coming to that Fisal Bashiru, but let me say we need the two. Is there a possibility of a chance for Karim Adeyemi play for that? Yes, Karim Adeyemi is been a very big issue, but the issue is this: the coach is it not going to smile? So still rates Karim Adeyemi. Karim Adeyemi played last for German under 21. So the reason why Adeyemi, no, there's one issue there. Adeyemi did not play. He was named in the German team for the Qatar 2022 World Cup, but he did not appear. I'm going to come maybe next week, explain some things about that Adeyemi situation for you. He did not appear for Germany in that competition. If he appeared just for 1 minute, he will not be eligible. He did not appear for a single minute. But the issue is that he has appeared in some games. Let me just try and give you that information quickly. So that I will give you that one. But I won't give you that Adeyemi now. I will come later. Maybe I will do a video and I will explain the eligibility of Karim Adeyemi for you. I will explain the eligibility of what? Of Karim Adeyemi for you. So I will explain the eligibility of Karim Adeyemi for you. Oh, thank you, my man. Thank you. Let me put it on my story too. Thank you, my man. People are sharing us now. The story. People are sharing us in the story now. Thank you, guys. I can see a lot of people actually sharing us in the story. Thank you, guys. People. I'm happy that people are sharing. They're sharing now. Thank you, guys. Adeyemi, I will come and explain Adeyemi's situation for you guys. It's complicated, but it's achievable. If you have someone like Amaju Pinnick in FIFA, it's achievable. His situation is similar to Munia El Haddadi of Morocco. I will come and explain that one to you very well. Who is hosting 227 AFCON? Or does CAF want alongside this AFCON Morocco? No. 227 AFCON will be hosted in Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. So this thing. Kenya, thank you, John Jones, for that. August Smith, according to Wikipedia, he has 4 caps for Germany, which means cannot switch this thing. Yes. One of those caps, I will come and explain it to you. One of those caps came and I will come and explain to you. I saw that thing too. One of those caps makes it actually what? Just 5 likes, guys. Oh, Thank you, guys. Guys, can you just, we have 36 people joining now here. Please, just give us a like, please. Like, people have been liking the video and people have been sharing the video. But guys, give us more likes. Give us more likes. Give us more likes. Come on, guys. Give us more likes. Give us more likes. See, guys, it's when you give us more likes. This is a new channel now. Thank you, guys. When you give us more likes, that is when YouTube will be able to show it to different people. You know, for example, now you are 36 here. Like now, so that people can show it to like different people. So thank you, Taiwo, for that listing, my brother. I was meant to even see you this December. You know, I know that, but we're gonna look for a way to meet. I know where you live now. We're going for a way to meet. Adeyemi needs to come out and tell us. Yes, I will explain Adeyemi situation for you and why I think that is achievable. I don't type. I don't do this thing. Proudly Austin. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, what ail you? Thank you. Thank you. Proudly Austin is a very, very guys. Don't forget to go and like his YouTube and also subscribe to fantastic content there. So finally, my last formation is this. Finally, this is my last formation, which is my least favorite formation. And I hope that who am I answering now? This is my I'm coming. Somebody asked me for this guy. I'm coming. For me, I just think that this is my lineup. This is the least. This is my least favorite lineup. I will not lie to you. I think that I think that I don't have that. I think that this is lineup. I don't really like this one, but for me, I put Bashiru there because I think that Bashiru just need to improve one of his game, and I can tell you, Bashiru can become a world-class player. Bashiru need to look at Madrid. So thank you. I did not put it there. One, thank you guys. 17 likes now. Okay, thank you. 17 likes now. Monso, thank you guys. Hey, also broke the news for me that Ebenezer Casemiro will be going to Bologna in the Italian Serie A. So for me, I look at this formation. This is my least favorite formation actually. Because any chance Chukwuemeka. Yes, big chance for Chukwuemeka. Big opportunity for Chukwuemeka, but I spoke to someone, and that's the other brother also play football, that knows the other brother, big chance for Chukwuemeka. Don't forget, the boy is 20 years of age, but the boy is ready. The boy is 20 years of age, but the boy does not mind. The boy is 20 years of age, but the boy has talent. That is one thing about him. And the funniest thing is this. Ansu Flick, despite having a very busy, a very loaded midfield in Barcelona, is a fan of Chukwuemeka. Don't forget, you might be seeing Chukwuemeka playing for FC Barcelona, very soon. So don't be surprised to see Chukwuemeka, there in football. 20 is it? Yeah, okay, yeah, I agree. 20, yeah, 20 is young, but Maresca said something yesterday. Was it yesterday? After the loss against Fulham, something about him was saying that, okay, 20, he's still young. He doesn't want to be staying on the bench. He might want to have to move somewhere else to get more playing time. He was saying something like that. So that's why I said that maybe he's seeing Chukwuemeka as a young player. And the player that really, really pained me is now cap-tied with England is Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke will have played for Nigeria. But, when he was in Chelsea, he scored actually against Wolves. Everything was going well for him. They called him for England. He played for England. Now, he cannot even get into the Chelsea team now. So that's one becomes a problem. He already cap-tied with England. So it's a big thing. So as you know, I'm writing very soon, but I have someone that's regular contributor. I can see his face shine like a glass. I don't know what he's using. The man from Germany. So Chelsea wants to sign Lautaro Martinez in Essendon for Modric, Chukwuemeka, and this thing. Yeah. So there's also that too. But I think that Ansu Flick is asking for a 6 months loan because Chelsea doesn't want to sell Chukwuemeka because of his age. So that is it. So let me just try and welcome Kola. Kola, thank you, Kola. So I've been discussing the year 2024 in review. From there, I went to the tactical preview of the game between Nigeria and Ghana. But the last one seemed to be the most engaging one when I got out my information that I think the next Super Eagles manager should use when he finally takes the baton to be the national team manager. So, which of these do you want to put on quickly before we wrap it up?
The first and second one.
Yeah, okay. Not this one. I know. Okay. Yeah, the first one. I go to the first one first. Yeah.
The first one. Yeah, which is this one is okay. Because we are not using Iwobi very well in the national team. You look at the way he plays.
So the comments, I've put the link, and Austin, I'll put the link in the chat box now. Just click on the link, it's going to take you here. That's Austin.
If you look at the way we play at Fulham, this guy, like he play at the edge of us a team. Like he plays where he bring out the best in him. So I see no reason why we should be using him as a deep player in the Super Eagles. So he's not bringing out the best. And if we want to solve we can bring in Dele Bashiru in for him. Yes. Dele Bashiru can come in for him. That Chukwueze, that one should be out of the national team for now. He should excuse himself. He shouldn't near the national team until he knows what he's doing. And Lookmore, someone that can play in for Lookmore is also Boniface, if that one is very serious with his brain. So, we have Ndidi, he's tired. And don't be surprised. I later come to the conclusion that Adibi Ndidi went to this last Nations Cup, we might not even get to the final.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We might not even get to the final. So, this formation is okay, and the 3-5-2 also is okay. If we use the 3-5, I would say we should go with the 3-5-2 formation for the first half, so that these two dangerous men, Osimhen and Lookmore, will be a problem to the Rwanda. They won't be able to come out. They will be scared of the most two dangerous men. So, and we've now said, okay, the second half, that we can now switch again back to the first formation in the second half. That was how we say plan A and plan B.
Yeah. So I have a big man here in the back ready joining. When you say big fish in Nigerian football, when these people discuss football, we listen. We
listen,
I want to welcome the football. I'll call him the encyclopedia now because he like to do justice to issues of Nigerian football, Mr. Austin Konakwan. Thank you.
Baba, a small boy. I support your work.
Yes.
We take notes when you are talking, bro.
No. I just want to ask you, let me just go to you. I want to ask you this question straight away. You mentioned Ndidi. I know that the experience is very important in national team. But do you think the legs are still there to run that midfield for us?
Bro, what are you talking about? Leicester is struggling now because Ndidi has been injured. Are you aware?
Yes.
So you see, Wilfred Ndidi knows how to cover the spaces. He's so intelligent. You might not see him running and giving you all the work rate of maybe a Claudio Makaleli or N'Golo Kante, but he knows how to plug in those spaces. And the guy can shoot, and the guy can identify a man. So if a coach I tell him, play this man out, that player will not see football to play again. And I like the fact that When he wants to stay clean, he's clean.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about legs to run the midfield, I'm like, what do you mean, bro? Who is the better DM in Nigeria right now in that Super Eagles?
Kola want to say a few things, but you
No,
know,
No, you guys tell me about.
No.
I know you rush and call maybe Onyedika or Frank Onyeka or who. They don't have the intelligence of Wilfred Ndidi in that midfield. Let's be sincere, bro.
Also, I want to ask you this question: the work rate of Frank Onyeka in that AFCON, you know, it took this thing to like a different dimension.
Bro, that tactics, if there's anybody that tactics suited, was Frank Onyeka. Because he had the ability to just stay right there and just do his thing. But when we needed him to be creative, he wasn't. The thing I like about Frank the Tank about that AFCON was he did not cause problem for us. He did not go rash on the tackles. But bro, you know he can be that rash sometimes. And you know he's error prone. Let's not act like one AFCON is enough to now give somebody all the flowers in the world for football. He's also error prone. But you can count the number of times that you will have your hands on your head if indeed he's playing for the Super Eagles. Let's be sincere.
Yeah, well, okay. So you know this conversation, and I have to take you back to some issues.
Sorry, Smith. Like you know, this same thing happened during World Cup qualifier when 2010 South Africa, when we need to play Tunisia.
Yeah,
these similar things happen where we were struggling in time of the midfield, when we are not sure of Mikel. So we need to bring in some legs to like cover up the midfield, and they deliver. So
Agilore.
Exactly.
Agilore, we brought here Agilore there.
Yes.
But, yeah, I just want like come into this, you know. Even I respect Wilfred Ndidi, you know, fantastic servant of Nigeria. No, Nigeria. He has served us, you know, right from the 17 level, on that 20. He served us very well. He played for the Super Eagles. You know, but there's some games too. You will look at the national team and you will wonder that this, you know, there was one game, maybe against Tunisia in the AFCON 2021. You know, that goal we conceded. You know, the way Wilfred sold himself, you know, to that dummy from that Tunisian, you know, I'm just trying to say it's just one key moment. You know, it's just a key moment in that game, and we never recovered. You know, I'm just saying,
Smith Lai, a dummy is a dummy. And a DM or a defender that is on motion can chop any dummy. Don't forget they're all running. Smith Lai, pick this your team. And let me pick the same people and just plug in the Wilfred, and that team will beat this your team over and over again.
Well, at the same time, it all boils down to the coach. It all boils down to the coach, the formation, and how you use them. So some coaches know how to get the best out of some player. So sometimes it boils down to the coaches.
Yeah. So and
bro, you know why you cannot question it with this quality? You can tell it's a player who understands individual and collective interpretation of the game. They proved it in the championship. They made him he did an hybrid role of defensive and offensive, and man was boxing both roles. So what point does such a player need to prove again? Van Nistelrooy is already crying. The guy is injured, and Leicester is so ordinary. They're so ordinary. They've not even drawn a game since the guy's been injured.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on from Ndidi. Let me just ask you one player again. You know, two of you actually will answer that question. Is Alex Iwobi? You know, I remember how Nigeria abused Alex Iwobi during the AFCON. People called him names. They did so many things. But this same guy came back from AFCON. The numbers were there. started showing out numbers. I saw the numbers against Chelsea. These are breathtaking numbers. You know, Alex Iwobi is one of the best midfielders now in the Premier League. What the player actually was. He can play central, right, and actually the left. I want to ask this question. Look at Kola first. Kola, why do you think that managers upon managers keep on playing Iwobi in front of our central defenders? Why do you think so? He keep on taking the ball very deep. But Iwobi, like, he's one of the people that gets the ball to the final third most in the Premier League, according to the data. Why do you think that managers keep on putting is the one that goes collect the ball from the midfield, from the defenders? Why? Kola?
I don't know, but I don't know what they are looking for. To me, I really can't find an answer to that thing. But I just believe, I don't just know. Seriously, I don't know. Because you see, why can't you just let him play the role he's playing in his club and find someone else to do what you want to use him for? Because if you use him as an attacking midfielder, play the left or the right, you're going to bring the best out of him, and he's going to give you the final ball. That is what you can be able to see. But you play him as a deep midfielder to come and collect the ball and do it, no, it's not going to work. He will just be like an ordinary person, and he will make some silly mistakes because Iwobi doesn't know how to mark.
Yes.
He doesn't know how to mark. And once you pass him, he's gone. There's nothing you can do. So to me, that's why I say it's better if you just allow him play his normal role. That's where you can get the ball. He has those killer pass. He's going to give it to you. So that's why I say it.
I want also to conclude on that. Iwobi numbers are great in the Premier League. He's doing well. But why do you think that managers keep on playing that defensive role against Nigeria and getting exposed time after time?
So let me first disagree with Kola. Kola Iwobi is a good marker. He knows how to mark very well. Listen. Don't look at him as a marker with the eye of a defender. Look at him with the eye of a joker. That was what Wenger called Kanu. You will look at Kanu and think that he cannot get the ball from you, but he will. So the difference between Iwobi in his club and national team is the playing surface and the environment. That's what everybody forgets. When you come to Africa to play, you're playing against weather, you're playing against a noisy crowd, and you're playing against a bad pitch. So interpretation of the ball is difficult. It's just that I'm using this phone to chat with you. I would have shown you, I belong to a football group of analysts, Fulham versus Arsenal. I was showing my friends where Iwobi was. He actually keeps the offside line with the defenders.
Yeah.
And then gets the ball, and that's the joker role that most coaches are doing with him. He gets the ball and doesn't run straight on that flank. He takes it to the middle. When he takes it to the middle, don't forget now that he was coming from defense. That means they are now playing counter-attacking football. He comes to the middle, stay here, and now he don't disrupt the back line of those other guys. Because if he goes to the flanks, he's still going to run and get that ball. He won't be able to do that for us at the AFCON. Because the sun don't let him, one. Secondly, it was too hard. The AFCON is highly physical. That was what we wanted him to do. And everybody was blaming Pizarro that he played him too deep. They played him so deep so he could use the creativity. In fact, Frank was doing more runs and covering more spaces than him.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying, that in this Fulham team now, all he has to do is, bro, we've seen that these guys work with the cones. They know where they will give you, will be that ball, and he will run this way, run that way. And you know one thing about Alex that I like? You guys don't know he's a fast runner. Because of how he does his leg, now to say he's slow. Go and watch him in real life. Don't watch TV. TV is slow with some sequence. Go and watch him in real life, then you know he's fast. This is the boy that came from. This is a boy that came from Arsenal Academy. Proper, he was a proper attacker, proper. So He already knows how to fill in the spaces. And another good thing about him, he has good work rates. The only time I see Iwobi get tired in a game is when it comes to play for Nigeria. And it's nothing but the weather. It's just the weather, bro.
Well, okay. Let me just take some comments from the guys here. Emmanuel said that he's disagreeing with us that English Premier League is different from American football. I think he's agreeing with you on that. He said that Ndidi is good, but we need to start moving forward from him now. I think
it's okay with you now. The names that you have mentioned, I tell you, give me the same tactics. I will take out whoever you put as Ndidi's replacement and put Ndidi in that same team, and Ndidi's team will be more productive than yours because the guy is intelligent.
Okay. Yes, although I should know, Fajan said that Austin comments are well balanced, so agreeing with you about that. Taiwo Kwan said that Ndidi isn't active in our midfield. In fact, I would prefer Onyedika, Yusuf, Chrysanthos Uche ahead of him. He's trying to. Let me just take this comment.
That's 3-0. Now 3-0. They're going to chop every game plus 2 red cards.
Most of our players who performed well at the AFCON are really doing well for their club. AFCON have really improved them. I agree with that too. I said that best role for Iwobi is attacking midfielder. I think he's agreeing with Kola that he needs to be very close to the opposing balls because who can give key passes in our team mostly? It's going to be Iwobi.
It's Iwobi.
Kola and Smith-Lai, I'm sorry to interject. Go back and watch Fulham Arsenal. After this, go and watch Fulham Arsenal. He's still attacking midfield, but the coach is just using him as a joker. Even you, if they tell you, Kola, that in this defensive midfield role, look out for Ndidi, for Iwobi. And every time that a counter attack is coming, you are seeing Iwobi ascending with the ball from defense. How are you going to interpret that play? Now, what did I use finish Arsenal now?
I saw what you are talking about.
Bro, this thing is tactics and strategies. It is how players execute it that matters. Now, players, this whole thing, Shabina, everybody has seen now that what is happening with Manchester United was not Ten Hag. It's players' execution. Now, all these players that are in all these, Brighton, Brentford, Fulham, Wolves, look at how they listen and play to coach's direction. Carry those same players to Man U, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. They want to do their own thing because they are now big players.
So somebody has agreed with us that they said, so you mean that African crowd is noisier than Premier League?
Baba, go and watch one AFCON and come back. Just go and watch one. I've been to about 4 AFCON. Just go and watch one. Then you understand.
That's the thing I say. Iwobi is not good. He's not a good marker, but he knows how to use the space well. So I want to say that. We can conclude that Iwobi is not fit for African football. Can you conclude with that? Let me just ask Austin before I go to Sammy's comments. Can you conclude?
It's not like he's not fit. It's not like he's not fit. Conditioning matters. You're supposed to know your players. You're supposed to know your players beyond them just kicking the ball. Their state of mind matters, and when you're bringing them to a pitch that is not befitting to what they are playing in Europe, just understand that the ball behavior will change, and these players will look for other means to address the ball, and that's what we always see. You cannot say Iwobi is not fit. We saw Iwobi demolish. The best game I've seen of Iwobi in the Super Eagles was that one in Uyo that we used to qualify that beat Cameroon.
Yeah, and
if you look at that game, it was an all-round performance from the team. Everybody played their parts. And so Iwobi's creativity came out, and we saw it. At that time, the Uyo pitch was still very good. It has not been stressed the way it has been stressed now. The pitch was still large, was still okay, was smooth, so they could move the ball around very well. But my biggest problem is when you bring in Iwobi to come play in Africa with a Scottish son that they are not used to, and then you expect them to play the tap and run football. They will gas out now.
I want to ask you this question. Do you think that we should be playing our games in Uyo in the night?
I think so too.
Yeah, because of the weather. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So somebody, everything is going to Austin's comment, but so Sam Big Sam said that if Nigeria can convince Ugochukwu to switch allegiance, it will be upgrade over Ndidi, you know.
But that's the problem. I was on my TV show today and I was telling Nigerians and our sports administrators, this will go and look for somebody because he's their brother, blah, blah. Papa Daniel of Niger Tornadoes, if you refine him, give him the kind of environment that Wilfred Ndidi and these other people have, that guy is a fantastic midfielder. He can mark, he can shoot, he hardly loses possession of the ball, and he understands positional play. It's just because the league is a mess. That's why everybody's not looking at those guys. Give them the right environment that even small Tanzania has built for their league. What is, go and call this person, go and call this one, go and beg this one because they didn't use him in one club, in one country that he wants to play. We stop in Nigeria. You will just be looking, and Algeria going to be begging somebody for that was born in Sweden or Latvia to come and play for them, or Egypt. Have you ever heard about that they are coaching any player? Or South Africa.
The problem is to work on our league if we want to get the best out of them, so that we can find a replay. But they've already messed up the league. They've already, or so like you said, someone like Papa Daniel, in case if we have a friendly match, they should just take him along there, bring him in, give him some few opportunity. From there, you get the confidence. From there, he become what he is, and they can get the best out of him. That's how I feel. My own opinion.
Let me just take the comments because a lot of people are enjoying Austin's comments here. So, Great Media, my brother from Bradford, fantastic job you are doing in the music part in Bradford. Well done. He said, "At Ayo, Mami, the same Iwobi that is far from African football has more assists than the present crop of Super Eagles players." Okay, it's assisting. I see that the numbers actually what high.
Yeah.
So who said he's not fit for African football?
That is Iwami. I've already told you about that. It's not fit for African football. So
no, what do you mean that I didn't say it's not fit for African football? I talked about the playing surface. I talked about the weather condition and how the coach actually wants him to play.
Yeah.
Everybody blamed him at the AFCON, and I blamed him too at the last AFCON because you could tell that the man wasn't running. He wasn't running. It was so obvious. I feel bad that I'm using this phone. I would have shown you. I drew Iwobi. Every time he was on the ball against Arsenal, and the man was a smooth operator in that game. Always going to the back to pick the ball, and boom, boom, boom is right at the arc of midfield. Boom, boom, boom is at the other side of the flank, picking the ball again. That's efficient because weather suits the guy, playing condition is fine, and his teammates now, they are all understanding themselves. Okay, even see their last game against Chelsea, that their equalizer. Who started it? It was the same Iwobi that bodied that guy. The same Iwobi that Kola is thinking is not a Macau. The truth of the matter is you will underrate him because of the kind of player that he is. You think he is soft. He's like your caravans. But don't forget, these guys are professional footballers. They go through strength and conditioning plus endurance. But it's just unfortunate that when they come to Arsenal, different things affect them, and I can't blame them, particularly in terms of how they condition before they come to meet the scorching sun. Bro, it just put normal people to trek for that sun alone. How much more the man who is running? And these other guys that they play in the AFCON, majority, except maybe take out Senegal and so it's like in Africa, which other country has much players in Europe? Maybe Cote d'Ivoire. The others have the bulk of their team in Africa, so they understand how to run the terrain, and that's why we struggle.
So this comment here from Aukade. Let me just answer a question. His name is called Papa Daniel of Niger Tornadoes. So
fantastic. Follow my MPFL update. You'll know all these players.
Yes, on Proudly Austin. Follow that. So that's what I just want to say. Is this the same Daniel from Niger Tornadoes who went to Turkey, couldn't make it, and then he comes to the Nigerian League, or is a different player? Is he the same player too? He was just trying to tell you, Austin, that this boy already traveled abroad. He did not perform well abroad, and he's now back. Do you think that we are overhyping? You know, what you can do is just
Smith Lie. You see everything I said about NDD when you were talking. I did not follow you to talk power for power, strength for. I said intelligence. That team plays a big role in football. That's what our MPFL players lack. That's the reason why coaches are not calling them to come into the Super Eagles with these other guys that are in Europe, because of the interpretation of the game. Who are the sort of coaches you have in the MPFL that is training Papa Daniel? So when he goes to Turkey, for instance, and they tell him to do probably one technical move or something, or even in their medical analysis, they don't see someone. The guys will not be able to run the paces that I want him to run, and there will not be return on investment.
Yes,
it's just what it is.
So, coming from Desmond, I said about Algeria, they have so many French-born players. I was trying to tell you. We said Morocco too, with a lot of French-born players, but we need to actually improve the league. There are some benefits the homegrown have to actually to help us in Africa.
Because in African soccer, yeah.
So, I read media. I only want ask a question that will enable the analysts to balance the argument. I would never think that Iwobi is not fit for African football. He's just trying to make an argument that for me, I think he's our most creative player in that midfield, and I just think that we should look for a way that can work. It can work well for him. I don't know when last Samuel Chukwueze had an assist for Nigeria. I know it's called against.
Chukwueze is not a player now.
Chukwueze is not a player. So Olatunde Atilola, Tunes Bobo, my man from America, I said that it will be start in the passes after the time 42.92 passes, completed 75.4, progressive passes 6.15,
interception
1.26, interception 0.36, block 0.79. He was just trying to tell you that it's a more of offensive, just trying to back what Kola said, that it's more of offensive than
bro, that's why I said, you guys, you see, football can be funny. That's why I use the word joker. Now you are all here wondering, why does the coach tell him to go to the back to retrieve ball? You think you ever know until you get into the backroom staff of Fulham and listen to the analysis.
Yes.
But I just gave a clear indication now. Olumide, go and watch their last game against Chelsea and see the role he will be played. You see, the problem with interception, people think it's only when you steal the ball. Or as I said, don't reason him as the defender. That is where the coaches want to confuse you with his role, and he's doing it so well. If you reason him as a defender, then you're wrong. This Bukayo Saka that everybody is shouting today, was he not supposed to be a defender?
Yeah.
So what are we saying? So these guys have looked at it and said, okay, if this guy has the ability to track back easily and smoothly operate himself to the midfield and is getting it right, or can even pick a long pass or do a good through ball to execute attack, then we have to use that tactics. Because as I said in football, whether or not we shout say man-to-man marking don't die, now lie. If me, you and Kola, we are playing football tomorrow and we're all in a team. Kola, if you are our DM, me and Smith Line will tell you we are playing with Messi, will tell you, look, Messi on law. Even if Coach Semo will do not marking, you have it in your mind that Messi should not be out of your sight. But every time you turn around, you see Messi with his left full back picking the ball. What will you do? Go and watch Real Madrid versus Atalanta. Guys, you guys, football has gone scientific. Jude Bellingham and Vinicius realized that they had locked them. Jude Bellingham told Vinicius, go back and go and take this ball and give me a long. Papa, that third goal, go and watch it. Go and watch it. They showed how he told Vinicius. Vinicius went to Rudiger, took the ball and played it long. It was Vinicius was in front of Rudiger to execute that. And Bellingham used the space, caught defender, boom, finish, goal. It happened between two players. Because your ability to read the game, that is why coaches, if you hear top coaches, they'll say, you understand the game, use your discretion.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell Messi and Ronaldo to do with football today? What do you want to tell them?
Yeah. So, let's just move on from that because we're wrapping up now. I said that we don't spend time. People have been asking this question. I'm going to tell it to you guys. People ask me that Victor Osimhen, that is so important to the national team. When Victor doesn't play, we don't play well. We don't get those goals. They say that it's so important to the national team. I know that you agree with me. I don't know if you still agree with me. It's so important. Did I ask you that? Do we think we have any similar backup to Victor James Osimhen?
We don't have a backup for him. We don't have it. So it's better. It's that we start looking for a backup for him because we really don't have it, and the person we're expecting is not in form. Awoniyi and Boniface out of the game. So we really don't have his replacement. Presently, we don't have it. Because we really struggle without Osimhen. We struggle without Osimhen. We struggle for real.
Yeah. I want to ask you about Victor Osimhen. How important is Victor's national team? And
Bro, who is not important? Which professional footballer being called by his national team is not important? You guys are forgetting that Victor Osimhen was already a fantastic prospect when we went to call old Johnny Yalo to come and play. Are you forgetting? And we said no. It was because we wanted transition. No. It's because Victor Osimhen needed to watch someone build momentum. And football chose him. And he's doing well. If you give Awoniyi that same attention that you were giving to Victor Osimhen at the time, he probably would have caught fire too with the national team. But this whole talk of when Victor Osimhen we know they play ball. Victor Osimhen self don't day and we know play ball. Victor Osimhen played when Central African Republic beat Super Eagles in Lagos.
Yeah. 90
minutes. So what are we talking about? Look, if I talk like this now, people always call me and ask what do you have against Victor Osimhen? Nothing. But Victor Osimhen, they have a good AFCON. I will say it over and over again. Go and count the chances. Go and count the chances he missed at the last AFCON. Bro, go and watch again. The problem is we forget too easily. I counted clearly 6 clear goal scoring chances. 6.
Okay.
So what do you mean by if you know day Nigeria no go play football? Do you know players that were missing from the French team and they still made it to the final at the World Cup?
Mr. Austin, hold on. So now, who do you think is going to replace him? Because
No,
Boniface, they've given Boniface his chances countless times. He's messing it up. So who do you think is going to replace him if he's not on the pitch?
okay. Those times Boniface was playing, was Victor Osimhen injured or missing patapata? Victor Osimhen still there.
Was on the bench.
He was on the bench.
Bro, that thing is spiritual. It's a spiritual. Football is that deep.
Okay.
If he's not around, he's not around. Then you will see something. Bro, this thing, I've sat down. I did almost 3 hours of interview with Nduka Obade. And he told me things about you just knowing that this player is playing for the team, what it does to the team. Do you know what it meant that I said that Baba Rashidi Yekini, they lead the team out? Baba, score the whole goals for your club. Make people talk, say after Pele na you, Yekini go bench you.
Yeah.
As long as say na Super Eagles, you come say you won't play. You go. If they play you, put Yekini for bench. Every ball where you kick, go up, crowd shout, whoa, they'll say, Yekini, they bench, they play this kind of person. It will affect your game, Baba.
I don't know, but let's see how it goes. But I still believe in Boniface. I still believe in him because you can know, like I always speak for him. But with time we'll see how it goes. With time we'll see how it goes.
So let me just take comment then. Yeah, we'll wrap it up. It's been very fantastic conversation. So let me take the comment. People are agreeing with Mr. Austin. Say very true, Mr. Austin. Mr. Austin, very true. We're just trying to agree with you. Let me just take this comment from Paul. Paul said that from Iwobi's days at Arsenal, he has always been the guy that delivers the passes before the assist. The problem is the Super Eagles is that what the coaches are lazy and are not putting enough work to improve. That's what Paul said. Can I not try as a midfielder? I don't think so. For me, thank you, Mr. Austin. Somebody says thank you. So they're giving you thumb up because of the
subscribe to my channel.
Yes, I'll put it on the description. So someone said that who is the talisman of the Super Eagles? Is he Lookman or
is that on top? I beg now, Lookman. All this thing we're saying, it's like even at that AFCON, the catalyst was Ademola Lookman. I kept telling you guys, he was the one who covered our shame. All these Osimhen. Ademola Lookman was the one covered. You see, that's the illustration I just gave about when we have our eyes fixed on a particular player. No disrespect. He came into the AFCON as African Footballer of the Year. He was the toast of the tournament.
Yeah.
But man wasn't optimal, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
Man wasn't optimal. How many goals he score?
1.
Yeah. You score.
Next topic.
Do you agree with Mr. Austin that he's going to be Lookman? And you know, talisman or Super Eagles caller?
No, because let me see. You might not be. Let me just explain one thing. Although before the Nations Cup,
who is more important to Super Eagles, Lookman or Osimhen?
Both of them are important.
Who is more?
Yes. I can't say one is more important than the other because they play different role. I'm telling you,
Ogbeni na Lookman, Baba. Na Lookman. Don't struggle with
Baba, hold on. If Lookman not see ball, hey, okay, I'm not going to talk too much.
Okay. Let's do it like this, caller. Between both of them, who can hustle their way to even come collect ball from midfield and run the flanks? Who?
Fine, Lookman.
Oh yeah, next topic, Mitlayi. Next up.
What?
I would say that actually, Mr. Austin is right. The Osimhen missed clear chances at AFCON. Yeah, I agree. Those chances are begging.
Hold on. But you notice one thing that Nations Cup, that Osimhen draw the defender to himself, create more chance to create room for Lookman to score his goals. If you look at some things, okay, look at the match against Cameroon. Because everybody was focusing on Osimhen during that Nations Cup because he came in as African best. You know, everybody is going to this one, will go anywhere.
For me, he didn't play well against Angola.
Yeah, yes, it's not. You can't have it every day. Some days are like that.
See, everyone say something.
Do you know that Lookman also missed a clear chance against South Africa? That way he was trying to dribble the goalkeeper, which was supposed to lay
Ogbeni, who was Lookman coming into the AFCON? How many people who play?
You don't understand. Me, I don't want to play football. I'm not trying to defend anybody. I'm not trying to speak for anybody. That's me. They believe we just deliver. No, we win. That be my own.
What just surprised me about Lookman is that I tried to analyze him during AFCON, and I saw something that he did off the ball. That's what really. See, that goal he scored against Angola. Immediately, Simon won the ball. He was pointing to Simon that this is the space I'm attacking.
Yes.
He was going. I was like, how did he know that there's going to be space there? Those defenders were running somewhere. He was pointing to that point that I want it here. Like, immediately he got there, lashed it. I was like, there's some things he did there. I was so impressed with Lookman. For me, I think Lookman is our talisman. Yes, missed chances and lots of offsides. Okay, offsides was also a lot of offside too. I don't think I want to mention that before. Mr. Austin said it all. I was shocked when Boniface was running with a ball and fell. He couldn't control the ball, which is deep.
I beg you, I'm not kidding this guy Boniface. You people you have message with Boniface. The guy is under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
He's under a lot of pressure. He's under a lot of pressure.
That's this. Sorry, I said that Egbo Austin. He said that go and subscribe now. I will put it in. I think Super Eagles will do well if we have good coach with or without Osimhen. Okay. This Lookman for me. Lookman is a complete package. Olatunde Tunes Bobo from America said that the veteran is right. He's referring to Mr. Austin. He said the veteran is right on this one, not Lookman. So he's okay. So why is that all of you did Shakara before? Now you came to agree with him. That's
the thing with analysis now. I've given them reason to see that, I'm not to confuse them, but to convince them.
So what Osimhen brings to the team is more than scoring goals. Players miss chances. That's from Emmanuel. And Lookman is very intelligent. What it means that, okay, I'm going to actually post that one is proudly what? Also, you can see that one directly is proudly Austin. So it pains me. So guys, I'm going to put on my story itself. So you guys just click on it and you can be able to see that channel directly there, the link of the channel. So it pains me how you guys disrespect Osimhen. Okay. I'm going to wrap up with this, and I'm going to ask Mr. Austin actually what to say. He said that we disrespect Osimhen. And I'm going to ask you, is this disrespect? Saying that he's not a talismanic player. Let me start on Kola. She's still busy.
Me, I've never disrespected him because I know his word. I know he's a good player. He's a very dangerous player. Yeah?
He's a fantastic player, yeah.
He's a fantastic player. Even though he also for the ball, he also make sure he creates more chance. Even though if he can't score the ball, he make sure he lay a pass, to just you can see him in the Nations Cup because all eyes is on him. So he tried to bring the defender to himself to create room for the other person. If he was a selfish player, I would have gotten there. You can see when Osimhen was injured, you can see the way Nigeria was panicking that Osimhen, who is going to play Osimhen? Who is going to replace Osimhen? Everybody was worried. So that shows the value of Osimhen in that team. Seriously, fine. Lookman is a fantastic player. He's a great player. No dispute. But when you see Osimhen, Victor Osimhen as your point man, defender self go dey shake now. Because Osimhen is very strong, very like someone that play the street ball. Everything like they play ball, go the street one, everything.
So guys, just search Bradley Austin on YouTube. He's going to take it directly there. The man is there with his hands up, Nigeria, representing Nigeria. You will see his hands directly there. So Bradley Austin, I wanted to talk about this. This my friend Osaro Patrick said that it's like a disrespect to what Victor is doing for the national team. Do you see? He said that we don't appreciate him enough. Just comment on that so that it's not as if we're hating Victor.
It's not hate. I said it that every player has got their good and down times. We have also used France. I told you I met an assistant coach with the French team when I was covering the World Cup in Qatar. And I was the one saying, oh, no Pogba, no Nkunku, no N'Golo Kante, no this one. He said it's a plug and play system. He said even if Mbappe is not there, they already have a system. So it's like this guy told me this thing before the World Cup started, and France made it to the final. Bro, all these things we are saying in 1994, Rashidi Yekini was a strong player for the Super Eagles. But Baba, there were talents everywhere. If you have a squad that's got talent every year, all this talk where my brother is talking about Osimhen today, he nobody talk. It's not a disrespect, but we're saying maybe the ovation was too loud getting into the AFCON as the African Footballer of the Year, particularly also because of what he did with Napoli. So you see, all of those things were overwhelming. And in some way, whether you like them or not, when people expect so much from you, there is a likelihood you will fumble. That's what brings pressure. So let's thank God that Ademola Lookman was able to see that space and filled it for us. So imagine if Ademola Lookman did not have a good AFCON, Baba. Shall I this one for the talk? Can't imagine now. Like if Osimhen was off, it's not disrespect. Osimhen did work. He was a hard worker. I don't know if you saw my interview with Pizarro. Pizarro said it. That when Osimhen saw that there was too much work on him, he had to drop players to him so that Ademola Lookman can get some work done, or when Moses Simon is playing, they get some work done. But whether or not you like it, all his fans want to see, they want to just see Victor Osimhen score goals. And we did not score a lot of goals at the AFCON. And we have the best player in Africa. And he scored just one. It's not a disrespect, bro. It is what it is. He didn't just have a good AFCON, and that's it. Same thing with Iwobi. Iwobi didn't just have a good AFCON. And whether or not he admits the criticisms he got for not having a good AFCON is what is making him play good football now.
So we already overshoot our time, but this one for you to Austin, this man from your state, Akwa Ibom State, I'm going to mention his name. William Troostekong, is the son of the soil. What is his future with the national team? It seems to be a guy that always home. He always connect with his people. He's doing the foundation. What do you think is like his future with the national team? Do you think you see him as a coach or as an administrator?
Bro, he's still a player, and he's delivering.
Yeah.
He's delivering. He's still arguably. Look, if you want to count your top 3 Super Eagles performing players, William Troostekong in the last 2 years will come up.
Yeah.
He has been consistent. In fact, he's the most improved player in the Super Eagles.
Yeah.
That's the calamity to Step Congo. Now, you see, I used to tell people that whether or not we like it, social media is a gift, but more of a curse. Because players will look at it and say, people who are not as popular as them are making money off social media. So they should use it now, even before they come out. All the money that Cristiano Ronaldo has, almost every 2 days now, it dedicates 2 hours for TikTok live.
Yes,
he's even a better content creator than me and you on YouTube also.
Yes.
Yes. Bro, because they are just thinking after life after football. It's life after football. What can they do? So now is the only time to, put themselves out there. For William Troost-Ekong with the foundation, it's normal. Every people don't come out tomorrow there now because he finished football now, get money again, they go start foundation. So, it's just PR, bro. So they've got a team around them that's telling them, now that you are doing this, do this, okay. When people don't come talk, say like your foundation money, now they use survive. Go to Saudi Arabia now, go and make plenty of money.
Yeah. Which is true. See, this is a very fantastic and eventful conversation, And I have caller as usual and the big Austin for actually joining. This has been, a lot of people disagree with you at the start, but they tend to agree with you towards the end. That when Austin was mentioned 1994. Say you like 94 too much.
Yes, sir. 1994. I don't play with that class.
I think we need to do it.
Hold on. Please, I want to ask Mr. Austin one question. This new coach, what do you think about him? Is he? I don't know.
There's no new coach. It's speculation, yes. But
who is on the top list?
No, I don't think he has that information. I think he's supposed to Guavon to continue as the coach. Yes. Let us ask you further. He has his own reasons why Guavon should be the coach. Or you have changed your mind?
So listen, Smith-Lai, and you guys should understand me when I speak for Guavon. Don't tell me, Austin, you call me, I'm your neighbor. Austin, my house is on fire. What can you do to help before fire service comes? And I bring my bucket of water, trying to locate where your fire is to see if I can quench it. But in the midst of trying to quench your fire, I now, in some way or the other, carry fire to another place. You now come and start fighting me because I tried to help you. If you give a Guavon a full contract and tell him to own the job, and he presents a business case of what he wants to do with that contract, and he fails, Kola, blame him and I'll not have problem. Don't use a coach to fill the void and he's trying his best to work with that little span, that little resources, and you are just attacking him. Okay, if Guavon did not step in after the Finidi issue, who for being a coach?
Finidi job is already in a mess. We know it's already a mess. They just need someone to fill in.
Okay, Kola, we are both businessmen. The Super Eagles, after 4 matches to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, have just 3 points. They have lost 3, they have drawn 3 and lost 1 game. Me and you now, we are saddled with the responsibility of bringing in a coach. What will you come and tell Smith-Lai and give him a mandate that we must qualify that will make Smith-Lai take your job? Go tell him.
Boy, they find job now. You will bring your proposal. They're also okay. I will give you the free hand to do what you want to do, but make sure you qualify on so basis. I'm going to give you a short contract. After you qualify, I'm going to give you a full-time contract.
Win the next 2 games.
Yes.
Mr. Kola, you cannot tell me after I qualify. When I look you for table, even Lesotho pass you. You cannot tell me If I after that's why it's a difficult job. Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. As football administrators, this thing is falling. I'll just give you a minute. As football administrators, that's what I'm trying to tell you that Eguavoin, if you put him in there, we qualify his game for Nigeria. We don't qualify his game. Any coach you bring now, we just use you people to put in a CV. Because you will not qualify with a foreign coach. Mark the day I said this thing.
So what makes you feel we won't qualify with a foreign coach that we can qualify with Austin Eguavoin? Hey, don't you see what he
qualify? Listen. You've asked a good question. Don't go for that. Let me help you. What makes me think that I can qualify with Austin Eguavoin? The man who is on the ground fears no fall. I listened to Wilfred Ndidi, was on my show tonight. He said it's an individual and collective responsibility now. Individual first thing first. Me, Wilfred Ndidi, Alex Iwobi, Stanley Nwabali, William Trustekong, Ola Aino, and every other person, first thing first, must know that this position that we are in, now we put ourselves in there. If you bring any foreign manager now, about that baton will fall into his hands. So allow the people who created this mess to run the race. And the only race they can run now is try to win all of their games. Win their remaining 6 matches with whatever coach you have in-house. Because I tell you this, and I tell you because I know, anything like making anybody bid for a foreign coach is because of the money they make when they hire foreign coaches. No foreign coach will look. In fact, in part of my Joker analysis, when you even use a coach that people don't respect, that's when you might even win game. If you bring any foreign coach, now everybody go lock shop, and you know go win one match.
Everybody won't go one cup. Everybody we just need 4 wins, 2 draw. Now everybody won't go one cup.
So for me, like actually what said this earlier, for me, I just think that we did not learn anything from the Qatar miss, and now that we have 4 points, 3 points in 4 games, it's sad. So let me just take final comments. I have to wrap it up now. Okay, so that it's very easy. Do a gap analysis on the job, create a strategy, policy, and standards, set that targets. Okay. Well, look, guys, my man from America said that coming of the season, guys, Mr. Austin, thanks to bring Nigeria football back to us. Smith-Lai, thank you for giving us a good 2024. Thank you. I pray 2025 will be better. We also hope that way too. Emmanuel said, Mr. Austin, why are you calling Mr. Austin? You want to go and meet him in London?
Yeah. they just make me feel like say I come from Mr. Austin.
Or you can say proudly Austin. True, they make a lot of money, then they bring foreign coach. See, it's the PSG group that will pay the money for foreign coach. It's part of the 3 billion naira.
Okay, presidential task force.
Yes. So let me just try and bring IoT because I will wrap it up, but I know that IoT has been in the background and he wants to say.
Let me leave.
IoT, your good striker is actually what? Yes. IoT. Good evening. Is it good morning to you there in Canada? I can't hear you, IoT. I think he actually what? I don't know. Maybe we are trying to be formal now. Okay.
Yeah, by calling me Mr. Austin. in fact, Ayobami Adebayo say Egbon Austin.
So IoT, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Good evening.
Okay, IoT. Thanks for you. We're about to wrap it up, but I know that.
Don't worry. I'm not going to talk plenty. I came because of my good Egbon.
Austin. Why you?
See, I wanted to just say something on the whole. 2 things on the whole Osimhen Lookman thing and on the whole Eguavoin thing. People already think I'm an Osimhen hater, so my opinion on this should not surprise people. But I keep on saying this thing. For me, it amazes me. I know that there's love for Osimhen, but it honestly continues to amaze me that our best player, our biggest name, our biggest superstar is the player that Nigerians make the most excuses for. It honestly amazes me.
I tell you,
Like
right from
I will
time.
go on my show and I will say Osimhen has 12 goals, but I think he can do better. I think that he's better than that. He should score 20. People will say, "Oh, I'm a hater. I'm a this. I'm a that." And I'm like, I watched Paul Onuachu score 20 goals in Turkey. You people still did not. You people were still insulting him. And then I'm watching Osimhen, and I'm thinking, Osimhen is like 3 times the player or 4 times the player on Onuachu is. Why is he doing better? Oh, you're putting too much pressure on him. And I keep on wondering, like, how can somebody want to be a superstar but not want pressure? Like, how in my head, I'm like, how does that make any sense? You want to be a
Mhm.
superstar, but you don't want pressure? Mention one superstar in the world that does not have pressure.
Tell
Mhm.
me.
You know, so it amazes me when people be making excuses. Osimhen is a superstar,
Mhm.
fantastic player. Nobody is doubting that. But you cannot be ninth in Ballon or was it 13th or but ninth in Ballon d'Or?
Yeah.
Anytime you cannot finish that high. Then next year, you're not even close. You cannot smell top 100 even. And then everybody's supposed to just be like, hey, his team had issues. Is this like no? We are going to hold you to those high standards. In my
You go
last
to the
video,
AFCON and you have scored only one
he has
goal.
scored only one
African
goal. Then somebody is
footballer
coming to
of the
tell you,
year.
oh, he does more than score goals. But when it's Victor Boniface, you don't care what else he's doing. All that matters to you is that he did not score, so he must not play for Super Eagles again. When it's Sadiq Umar, you don't care anything else he's doing. He did not score,
So,
so why is he there? When it's Alassane Yusuf, you don't even care what is going on. He plays in the USA. But then when he's the best player, he scores only one goal. But he's pressing, but he's doing this, but he's doing that. No, we pay you. Oh, well, Nigeria does not pay, but you are there to score goals. So for me, I always find it funny when people make excuses. Our best player is supposed to have pressure and he's supposed to deliver under that pressure. That's the way it works. Just like now, Ademola Lookman now, the pressure on his head is going to increase. I'm
Mhm.
going to start having higher expectations. Lookman
Mhm.
cannot go and score only 10 goals next season. And you'll
that's
come
it.
and I'll come here and I'll be saying, oh, well, it's okay. He tried now. He was creating chances. No, I'm going to
Mhm.
come and say he should do better than that because that's how he has risen his level. It's the same
Mhm.
way with Boniface now. He has shown us what he can do in Bayer Leverkusen. If his
Mhm.
performances drop, we are going to look at him and say, guy, you're supposed to be getting better.
Mhm.
What is going on? So on the Osimhen thing, I always laugh. I find it funny that people like making excuses.
Uh,
But
Sorry,
um,
just to
okay.
back what you said up, I remember we did a comment about about the video about the not posting and posting after the
Hmm.
AFCON. I went to see the comment, and you know where I saw those videos, people were sharing the videos to different groups and
Hmm.
platforms. Say people were, Osimhen fan page. I saw the video share. I said that there was nothing in that video that said that these people are talking about Victor Osimhen. But these fans, they like eye service, which I think that they are the one causing all this.
It's no, I mean, people will go and clip things, send to players. Like at this point, me, I don't. I'm at the point where I've been doing this long enough that I don't care who gets offended anymore. As long as I did not come and insult you. If I criticize
It
performance, if I
was
say you
not
can do
this
better,
thing.
you
If
know.
you say,
But
okay, the guy did not score today, but we want the number. Look at
see,
Mbappe. Mbappe.
even something like people will come and be saying, oh, his team, and that's another thing. This one we've been doing it for Osimhen for 3 whole years now. When
Mhm.
Osimhen has a bad game, Nigerian fans come and insult his teammates. When he has
Mhm.
a good game, they will praise him. Nothing to do with his teammates.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll see somebody, oh, Osimhen, well, he's supposed to have had 3 assists. His teammates are wasting chances. And I
Mhm.
go and I tell you, Osimhen himself this season in all competitions has missed 27 big chances. Is it
Hmm.
not his teammates that are passing the ball to him that is missing those chances? Are his
Hmm.
teammates insulting him? But if he passes to his teammates and his teammate misses, all of a sudden, oh, what's he doing with this kind of rubbish teammate? This one, down, 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 down. And I don't get it. He has missed more big chances than he has scored.
Hmm.
But oh, we are supposed to just accept it because it's Osimhen. If you say something, oh, you're a hater, you are jealous, you are this. It does not make any sense. Our best player should be held to high standards. That's the
Yeah.
way me I look at it. But let's not harp too much on it. I also came for Osno Konakman. On the Eguavon situation, see, I understand exactly what you are saying about Eguavon, but I still think there's no way he will not come under fire. You said, see, if you're trying to help me to quench fire at my house, and you mistakenly, maybe as you were trying to quench the fire in the kitchen, the fire mistakenly spread, enter sitting room, that can I come and blame you? But if something is wrong with your Austin, and they rush you to hospital. Doctor is trying to help you. If the doctor makes a mistake that kills you, the doctor is going to go to jail. Nobody's going to say, oh, but the doctor was trying to save him, or he was trying to help him. If he should mistakenly forget scissors inside your stomach, now prison. If he should mistakenly inject the wrong thing, it's prison. So I understand that he's trying to help us. So he's trying to help, I agree. But if you're trying to help me and you kill me, I'm going to blame you.
Remember in class in what say anti-I. You remember when Ralph Rangnick went to Manchester United?
Uh-huh.
He reminded them in the first press conference, I told these people that I direct football. I don't manage it. Austin Eguavoen is the NFL football director. He directs football. He's supposed to now say,
he's a former coach.
No, he has the coaching certification. But bro, you see that, for instance, everybody know me as a sports broadcaster. But there are people in this UK who know me as just a project manager.
Yes.
You see the difference? Because I'm certified to do projects. But now, if you now come and carry me to go and handle a project in the media, because say I'm the broadcaster, there are two different objectives to manage. Now, I will say to you, what are the skill sets they are using to give me this? And how do you think I can go about it? So you and I know, the three of us here are Nigerians. If there's anything we are good at, there are two things. Fire brigade approach and wuru to the answer. So Eguavoen will not say, I will not do this job. I cannot do this job. Man must work. That thing is supposed to be called workshop.
If you're family job, I'll take it. So
exactly, you take it. You will say no.
If Smith Lai can't do live, can't insult me. Wait till how that concern me. I'll collect my money. I'll go.
I am already Austin Eguavoen, who is from the respected class of '94, who has coached the team before, who won AFCON with the team, who has been to the World Cup. What do you want to say that will get to me? I'm telling you, the mentality of the man is helping the country. And I will still blame the players that I've listened to Austin Eguavoen talk. Smith Lai, agree or not, Ayoti, agree or not, and I have concluded he's intelligent. He knows his football. Ayoti, you posted the press conference after the game against Libya. Look at how the man broke down the game now. Does that sound like a man who does not know his football? The man broke down the game, explained everything, talked how he destroyed the Libyan tactics, how we made Dele Bashiru effective with the ball and all of that. But the painful thing about football is when it goes well, before people even look at coach go hard. Just I don't see my just need to score hat trick. What everybody will talk about is the hat trick.
Yeah.
But Austin, I know that I already overshoot time. I want to ask you this question. I'm going to ask you.
I have to go, but thank you very much, guys.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let me just ask you this question and wrap it up. The first game he played against Benin Republic to the last game, do you see? Is it that performance was going down, or there was any improvement?
The one that they beat Benin Republic 3-0, right?
Yeah.
It was a good game. Why was it a good game? The mentality of the players changed.
Yeah.
Ask me why, Smith Lai. Because of that loss that they had with Benin Republic.
Yeah.
The first loss, right? We had a loss or a draw with Benin Republic.
Yes.
We lost that game now before this 3-0.
Yes.
For the World Cup qualifiers in Cote d'Ivoire, we lost that one. So you see now, so the players had the change of mentality on how to approach that game. That was what made the difference. Bro, not the same Eguavoen coach that one. So what now changed? Not the same set of players.
Coach, I said that after that Benin Republic 3-0 game that they won, those games that follow after, how can you rate their performance? Was it up to the 3-0 victory, or the performance they go down?
It went down, particularly that loss to Rwanda. After you,
It has been going down since.
Smoothly, I've been saying it that, particularly those of you now who are coming in as pundits, let's know when to hold coaches responsible, and when we need to hold players responsible, hold them responsible too. Because these players, they know that at the end of the day, Omboeri, Austin, Ayoti, and Smoothly, they will say, coach. Nobody could call our name. They misbehave. Look at what is happening. I keep saying Manchester United now. I was the only one on TV telling everybody that Ten Hag isn't this problem. This is a character problem in the team. Now there's a new coach. It's to say more in should be for just Dave Sporting Lisbon where he became JJ. Now life don't tire him. They're already making him look like he's not a good coach. Look at that game against Rwanda. In fact, Eguavoen set up that game to prove a point that we can actually have a team if our top players are not around. But they just messed up. No matter what, they shouldn't be losing to Rwanda. Eimba will beat that Rwanda team.
The Chan Eagles should be that Rwanda team. Okay, so thank you. So very quickly, we're about to wrap it up, but then you have already said you're coming late. But very quickly.
I greet everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Can you talk louder slightly?
Okay. First, in players, hold on. In players, I see coaches. Whatever the players play, I'm seeing the coach's mentality. The problem I'm having with Coach Eguavoen is he's good. He can analyze the game. He can talk about the game. But does he have a plan? I don't think he has a plan. Even if he has a plan, does he have a plan B? That is where the problem. Now, the game against Rwanda and Nigeria, it's not all about the players. It's all about the coaches. Look at the young coach. Look at Eguavoen. Now, remove Super Eagles. Give Eguavoen another player. Give that man another player. You will see that man will also deal with Eguavoen because he has studied his pattern of game.
Yeah. Okay.
The problem I'm facing with him is this. You made a mistake. Will you correct your mistake? Evaluate yourself.
The
same mistake he made against Ghana. That is the same mistake he made against the Republic second leg. The same mistake he made against Rwanda second leg.
Omboeri, I don't even want to just fight with you. Don't even start. Don't even start. Which mistake did he make against Ghana? Which mistake did he make against Ghana?
He is good. He's a good coach. He's a good manager. Right? But the problem is this. If I'm in a bad situation, how can I solve the problem? If I'm in a very tight corner, I'm at risk. Like I myself, if I'm becoming a successful person, what if this thing happens? How will I handle it? It doesn't have that. That's where the problem is.
What I think you say something about Omboeri, what you said. I look at the game against Rwanda very well, and I realized that the Rwandans, they forced us to play the way they want us to play. Anytime we take the ball in the middle, they form like a diamond midfield formation. We cannot play through them. They get the ball to the wings. They want us to go to the wings because you know that when we go to the wings, we cross the ball. The same thing. So I'll say this thing. Genetro is one of the Nigerian most tactical coaches I've ever seen. A lot of people do not appreciate him, maybe because he became too comfortable and he left the job. See, if you look at what he did to Eguavoen, the same thing he did. He wanted Nigeria to cross the ball. He wanted to take that midfield. And that was what we even used to equalize in the game against the Republic. For me, I think he needs to find solution. That's what Omweri is talking about. He needs to be able to find solution in a situation that you are in a tight corner.
Baba, he did the same thing against Rwanda. Those players were ineffective. He did. Those players were ineffective. Look at even Samuel Chukwueze. After he scored out his beautiful goal, Shame never even let them celebrate because they know that they've been a mess. Let's stay with players, bro. Let's stay with them. They were ineffective. Look, we they go abeg, we don't try.
Yes, what
they are right. So we can go quickly.
Players have their own issues. Coaches have their own issues. But the problem I'll be looking at it, if players are having their own issues, how can the coach help the players understand that they are having issues? Like what is happening to Man City right now?
Okay.
Guardiola have his own issues. Players have their own issues.
Even Man United too. Rashford.
Man United, the problem, I will not blame the coach. I'm going to blame the administrator. That is where the problem.
Players became too powerful in Man United. I think
and so. Also they are coaching. What he said, I agree with him. Their players have their own problem. How can you be able to solve that problem?
So, okay, thank you. And I have Omweri did not. A lot of people have been saying that Omweri, but he did not join this. So thank you guys for actually joining. Fantastic conversation. But I just think that if a team is not performing, they will not sack the players. They will sack the coach. That's
bro. I want. If I start my football club, if I sign Humble Henry as a coach, the players that he brings to my club, if I'm sacking him, all his players are following him. Bro, you will see that the mentality of players will change.
Yeah.
And they will play for that coach. I will put it in the clause that any player this coach is sacking, if he's not up to par as we are sacking him, follow your coach and go.
So I also think that some players already know that they will not get blamed, and it's going to be the manager. And that coach will come in too. We also have the same set of players. Some people also believe the national team is their own personal property, that they can do whatever they like in the national team. And coaches come and go. But you can see Rashford now, indirectly, he will think that coaches come and go. You want to do something? Before you know it, one must shift third, which I think that is actually what happened. This is a power play from players. And I agree with some of
Mikel Obi came up clearly and said it, that they did not like Benitez at Chelsea and they kicked him out. When Ancelotti came up and said, players have them get knife and yam because the club just sees them as people that they will always make money from. They will make money from them with endorsement, with merchandising, with a lot of things, with social media content now.
Yes.
Baba,
so
nice one, Jack. Let me support your stuff.
Thank you. You can just press leave directly there. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Just press leave directly there. So, thank you, Thank you, Henry. So thank you guys for actually joining. Fantastic conversation. 2 hours, 40 minutes. What very wonderful conversations, guys. We had around 37 people, 40 people watching this video. Only 20 liked. Some of you are haters, but thank you very much for joining. Final edition for the year. Fantastic. You guys have been very good. Despite that, we started with a different channel on the new channel now. You guys still with us, and we are still here. Thank you guys for joining. We'll see you again on Saturday. After the game between Nigeria and Ghana, because this holiday we have time. Talk about the game between Nigeria and Ghana tomorrow, and we see maybe we're going to be going to the Chan tournament. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I wish you, happy New Year in advance. Thank you. I remain your host, Smith Lai. Please always support Nigeria. That's the most important thing. Gospel Waichaku. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you. Happy New Year in advance. But I will see you again tomorrow before the Nigeria and Ghana game and after the Nigeria and Ghana game. Thank you.